or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No
Yeah,
champagne
baby.
or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
What is up, folks? We are back, and look at this. Coming at you live from the other studio. Soon coming to a YouTube channel near you. Todd and Shannon, the What's Your Beer set. What is going on? Look at this. Getting close. Getting close. Happy.
Hey, we're $10,000 in. We rented a studio and professional lighting and all that stuff, but we are yet to release a video.
Well, people are waiting. People are out there waiting, so they're like, get it done.
Building it up, and then like,
Exactly.
Well, soon it'll be coming. So those of you watching here is a sneak peek into the What's Your Beer upcoming channel. So
channel up so people can subscribe before we even get anything out there.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't look like big letdowns when we don't have any subscribers. Subscribe to our channel. What's Your Beer?
you're putting too much pressure on yourself. We just want you to get it done. Just get it done.
Can we please talk about something else?
No.
Just like Nike, just do it. Well, y'all watching, stay tuned because they will be launching it at some point. So we'll see. I don't think they're going to go as slow as Joe did with the Beer Patrol, but they are getting close.
Did Joe take a long time to release here?
Oh, Joe took a long time.
I talked about it for about 4 years, and then before he finally did it.
But he knew all the ropes by the time he did it because he had been around everybody else's stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. So he hit the ground running. Shout out to Vanessa in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. Great to see you. Happy Thursday. Tater, what is up? Cheers. Great to see you as well. And of course, we got Shane in the house. Cheers. Great to see you, Shane.
Rodney,
And then
Sue Ann finally got her package. I sent it off.
really?
I
That's
appreciate the gift to her that I was like, I've had it since the week after we got home.
Plus,
well,
And it's sad.
well, that's awesome.
Had it all packed up. I was even wanting to put more, but the box was so packed I couldn't put any more in. And I'm like, I really need to get this out of here. And like, it was like, and it's been like almost 2 months since we were there. And she just got it yesterday.
Well, Paul just got his glass in Canada today.
hey, finally, okay.
He was the only one that didn't have it. They like returned. They couldn't find him for some reason. I don't know. It's Paul. He might be out in the woods somewhere, but not the American Paul. You would think it'd be the American Paul, but this is the Canadian Paul. And so did I what?
Did you have to resend it?
No, they actually got it returned back, and then they resent it back out to him. So he actually got it today. So he was happy. He sent me a thank you for it and everything. So yeah, but he was like the only one that hadn't gotten it yet.
But I kind of like it when, the beer get together was a while back, and it just like the longer it goes on, the more you miss it. And then it's it's kind of like a late Christmas present. It's like, it's nice when you get a late Christmas present because you got all that when it was Christmas or whatever. And then a couple of months later, you get another one. It's like, I'm not getting anything right now. So this is like super nice. And it's almost more special when you're just like out on an island all by yourself and then you get something good. Not that anybody's out on an island, but Yeah,
it seems to be the case and where that's going around. Because I know Brian got something from Shane as well. So he had just done a unboxing too. So yeah, it's like a surprise when you get stuff that shows up to you. So
and plus my gifts were kind of like cozy autumn kind of like things that when they were all more fall gifts. So, in the middle of the summer, it might not have been such a gift, but now it's like getting all cozy. So they were cozy gifts. So,
ain't cozy yet. Not here. Still freaking hot here.
It's getting close.
It's getting close. I think we're supposed to be in the 80s for Labor Day weekend. So
Yeah, I think we're going to be a few days in the 70s next week, I think.
Monday,
oh, that's nice.
are going to be great.
Yeah, we were like under heat emergencies this past week and stuff. So they actually canceled different things and around the city. Like the trash workers, they didn't have them picking up trash on one of the days because it was so hot out there. And I'm like, dude, that's like trash. Like you let that sit out there, it gets hot. Ooh, it's gonna get stinky. I mean, I'm not leaving the house, but if I was outside somewhere, I'd be like, come get this trash. Like, I'm just saying. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that funk in the air. Just
Nobody
saying.
wants to die on the sidewalk picking up trash either.
That's true too. But I mean, the only one that benefits from it with the city rats, so you can actually have an extra day to hit the buffet. You know.
I just pulled up the weather. It's 90 degrees out. It's 8 o'clock and it's 90 degrees.
What's the humidity? What's the heat index? Feels like 96.
Yeah.
The heat index is 96 degrees here.
And tomorrow's 97, and then it's going to drop in the 80s on Saturday.
I hate it.
Yeah, we're actually down to 77 right now because we got rain that's coming through Western Maryland, which is nice.
It's supposed to rain here Saturday, and then the temperature's going to start dropping after that.
Yeah. I'm ready for fall. Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I wish fall lasted as long as summer and winter.
Vanessa, you can't change questions just to suit your needs. So you got to follow the questions out there.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
That's good.
Vanessa comes in and changes things. We know you love the eggnog with the duck eggs. We know that. But you can't just come in and rewrite the test all the time.
Why?
You're not Captain Kirk. You just change the test. You got to take it the way it is.
Do you make the rules, Rod?
Yeah, actually, I do because it's my show.
I love that about you, Rod. Love that.
It's like, yeah, I kind of do. Chris in the house off the 10th. Cheers. What is going on, my friend? Hello, friends. Hello, bromance. Can hardly hear you. Can hardly hear Shannon. I don't believe that.
I think that's a joke. I think he's being sarcastic.
Well, that's Vanessa. So yeah, you should be able to hear.
We got our microphones charging, so hopefully I just plugged them in. So hopefully
That's okay. It's probably better for you.
that's why I was saying maybe scoot a little closer. Just
Well, I could turn you guys up a little bit here.
Oh.
well, she's got it so far away.
Well, say something now. I turn you guys up.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Is that a song you just made up in your head?
Yeah, I just made that up.
Actually, it is actually a song.
It's a very good song.
It's actually a song? Okay, well, I don't know. I never heard it before, so I was just asking if it just...
Well, you probably, if you did, you probably still wouldn't know what it was listening to that part of it.
I thought she did all right carrying the tune. I thought she was okay there.
Okay.
Do not patronize me.
We've all been to karaoke night, so shout out to Paul in the house, PA Brew News. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
Chaos is definitely rolling. Mike needs closer. Well, it's being charged right now, so I just turned. That was before though, so I turned him up. She absolutely loved it. She appreciated it so much. Thank you.
We appreciated her so much. Like,
Yeah.
like Martha Stewart over there.
She was all over this stuff. I mean, she was on it. So yeah.
And not only Martha Stewart's skills, she had a better personality than Martha Stewart. She was much warmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, she was very inviting. And again, I will never forget that pancakes and bacon. I'm just saying.
So
no
good.
kidding.
To the heart of a man, through the stomach.
Yeah.
Going to woods often. Okay.
Woods. And I love that you call it the woods, because that's what I call it, is the woods. When I was a kid, like, I lived in a subdivision, but behind the subdivision was the woods, and me and my friends would go play in the woods. I loved the woods.
But what else? I don't know what else you would call it though. I mean,
Forest.
you have to be like, I think near a forest range for that, right? Like, isn't a forest got to be a certain size to call it a forest? You think?
Who cares?
Because we called it the woods growing up, but it was only like a small area. It was a smaller area, but it wasn't like. Now, if I was at the Poconos, then I would say forest probably because that's huge. Poconos is a nice little thing, although I went there a long time ago when I was a kid.
And it wasn't nice.
No, it was fun. I was a scout then as a kid, but we've had this conversation about why I don't go hiking on stuff on trails and stuff, and I don't do that stuff anymore. So,
Well, hey, to each their own.
yeah. JT in the house. Cheers, JT. Vanessa, hello, Rod, Todd, Shannon, JT, cheers. Everybody saying hello. It wasn't a Sasquatch werewolf, Paul. It was good at math, Paul. Right. But that was but that other Paul they couldn't find. Not like they couldn't find you. They found you with no problem. Your Paul, you're in the woods. The other Paul is in like a city area, but they couldn't find him for whatever reason. It's Canada. Blame Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers to Chris. Cheers to Paul. APA math is good. Yeah. Well, Vanessa, she loves the math. Math going to math.
Wish I loved math.
Cheers, my good ladies and gentlemen. Paul speaking with the King's English. Cheers, my crazies. Rusty in the house.
What's up, Rusty?
Low 50s now. Yeah, that's nice. I wouldn't mind the low 50s after the heat we've had.
Is that our channel?
Overnight. It might have to bundle up a little bit. Cheers, Drew.
I know, but are you signed into our channel?
Vanessa voted Team Pumpkin. All right. And because pumpkin made into desserts is beer or better. Let me see. Hey, Rusty. Hey, beer. 14. So, all right, Paul. Paul's getting close. Trying to get PA over it. If y'all haven't subscribed to PA Brew News, make sure you subscribe to him. Get him to 1,000. He's 986 right now. That will be the math. He needs 14 more to hit that 1K. I don't know how Paul does not have the 1K still. I said it in the video. I'll say it again till he gets over it. I'm like, he should be way over 1,000.
I agree.
Bit better. Yeah, 14, you got this. Old retired vet, so the deaf right here makes it hard. Yeah, I mean, I did turn it up, but I turned up the mic. I turned on the mic here on StreamYard a little bit more for those guys, so it should be coming through better.
Good idea.
Yeah, we're charging our microphone, so hopefully it'll.
Yeah, it's got microphones now. Watch out! Watch out now! Watch out! The show isn't coming, and it's coming strong.
And they're not as good as Jared.
Let's ship in and buy Todd and Shannon a good microphone, similar to Rod's, like this one here. This one.
Let's do this. Let's start.
This one. It's a GoFundMe for Todd and Shannon. Start the microphone. There's PA. There's his channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Hit him up. Going to bed. Days this week up to 3 a.m. Love you. All right, brother. Yeah. Get some rest. Glad you can swing in for a bit. And y'all haven't subscribed to Off the 10th. Make sure to check him out as well.
Love Off the 10th.
Bob 10th. Yeah. Chris is a rock star. He's awesome. Another great channel. Yeah.
He is.
I'm gonna actually crack open a beer because it's been one of those days or weeks, whatever it may be. So I'm going to. This is one I actually stumbled across at the local corner store. I was trying to get something like a 6-pack or something like that and everything. So I ended up picking up the Heavy Seas Dark Anchor. Whoa, almost dropped anchor on that one. And it is a porter, so it comes in at 6.8% ABV. Heavy Seas here out of Baltimore. Dark Anchor holds its own with every sip. Rich but balanced. Is toasty malts and earthy English hops. Will warm up the coldest of winters. When the days get shorter and the sun goes down, anchor out and enjoy the view. So there you go. Dark Anchor Porter. Get this one into the glass here. And for those of you watching, Mal will be here. She's actually was running a little late because she was helping Chew over at Liquid Love tonight. So I think they were shorthanded a little bit.
Those are the bitters, aren't they? Okay, here's our beer. I don't think I can read it. I don't have my reading glasses on.
Rockin' Dough Pizza and Beer Company.
Yes, this is one of our videos about Rockin' Dough that we've already filmed that no one will ever see.
And this is the Highland Campfire Scottish Red Ale. I don't know if you can see it because it feels so far away.
Is it me that's slow or is it you guys that are slow?
What do you mean?
For people watching, like you're kind of going like in little parts. It look like, but I don't know if it was your internet or my internet. I don't have any weather doing anything right now, so hopefully it's not mine. But
Probably our
okay, now you're better. Now you're better. Yeah.
It might be us because our router's right above us though. So
No, it's over
well,
there.
I mean, it's not
It's on the other side of the house.
that far. That might be us though.
Yeah, if it keeps happening, then we'll just move back upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're fine now and everything. It could be just the signal and stuff. Plus, it's just services sometimes. Fucking Spectrum or Direct, whoever you got, any
Whatever.
internet service, they'll screw up. But no, you look good now. You're good. Can looks fire.
This comes in 5.9% ABV.
That's his voice he uses on our video.
Is it?
Oh, is that the voice? That's the voice. So look at this. That's the voice.
I had a voice. Casey needs some action here. Shut up.
No, we had another beer from Rock and Dough, and it was called the Strong Silent type. And that one was a really good beer, too. Because your brother brought these back from Nashville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on a work trip or something, and the hotel he stayed in had the brewery and pizza place in there. So I was like, "Did you go anywhere?" He's like, "No, I just stayed at the hotel the whole time. Pretty much went every night to the brewery and the pizzeria."
Is that the place he said he saw like 4 of his upcoming ex-wives?
I think so.
4 of them, huh?
He's like, I saw 4 of my future ex-wives here. I was like, oh my God.
Well, he's a planner. Oh, let's see here. JT is actually drinking Old Irvin Bruins Oktoberfest Merson. I'm gonna talk about that word here in a little bit too, by the way. So I don't know, it's starting to get to me a little bit how people are pronouncing it. So we're gonna have a topic on that.
People say Marzen, but it's Merson.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like almost like it's getting to me like nails on a blackboard type thing. Especially when I see people that's your job. You can't pronounce the style of beers you're making. You're like the lead brewer. You can't pronounce the word right. Yeah, it's like
Ick you have.
Yeah, it's just like just one little thing. Like, come on, you can at least get the part right. You just get it right.
One word, just one word.
A new green screen, Todd and Shannon. Your pastoral farm view was nice.
Well, that probably won't be the end of it.
No. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna like, I'm like, hey, let's film one. We might just go out and about in the community and get different green screens or actual places.
We call that on location, Shannon.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm an amateur, okay? It is what it is.
I think you should go on location. I think it'll work out well.
I'm just gonna do what I want to.
That's what it's about.
Everybody knows
You do
that.
you. Never in doubt. And JT and Vanessa saying hello. It's actually the first time I've had this one, so I'll have a review upcoming on this porter, but I don't know if I've had a porter in a good amount of time, actually. None of the beers we had in Canada were porters, I can remember.
What kind of beer did you say this was?
I almost picked English Red Ale. I almost picked up a porter today.
Why didn't you?
I know you said you didn't like porters.
But that's what this is all about, is me trying things I don't like.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't.
You gotta keep us. Remember, she didn't like IPAs until she had the Two Hearted.
And then we had I think when we were doing our beer review one night, I'm like, this reminds me of the IPA I had in Canada, and I'm like, I like
because her and Brian did a review on one in Canada.
Yeah.
She liked it. She's like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, and then she's like, oh, this is pretty good.
And then we had one of our many.
I mean, we probably got 5 or 6 videos we could actually do if she really wanted to.
They're shit.
I mean, that's why you got to be like college and keep experimenting.
Well, yeah. Get back on the track this weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm off for 6 days, so.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, and I'm on vacation all next week, so.
Oh, look at you two. Nice.
Whole slew of stuff coming out soon.
Or maybe.
Oh, shoot. might be strangling each other by the end of the 6 days, yeah. Well, you guys can go visit a whole bunch of different things and have a good time, so.
Yeah. We got a puppy. We got a puppy though, so.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you did get that puppy. Yeah, you get to get another dog we talked about last week. Yeah.
Puppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, obviously, you guys definitely love the pets, but I'm like, you got the other dogs already. And the cat's going with Kylie. We talked about that. So, yeah.
In my empty nest. It's my empty nest pet.
Mm.
Yeah, that's her missing Kylie pet.
You know, it could be empty nest pet is fish. They could be empty nest pet.
Yeah.
And they stay in their spot. They don't go anywhere. They stay right there.
Yeah, do you gotta take it out or do anything with them?
No,
or?
Literally, Todd came home today and I had the puppy in my lap, and he was like, "You laugh like every 4 seconds because of the puppy." I'm like looking at it, and I'm smiling, and I'm kind of giggling because every time I look at it, I'm just like, "Oh my god, look how cute he is," and it makes me so happy. And he's like, "You're laughing," I'm like, "Yeah." And then Todd holds it. He's not as excited as I am, but he's like smiling every time he looks at him. I'm like, "See." I'm like, "You're just not as vocal about it as I am," but he's doing the same thing for you.
Yeah.
He's
you know, man's best friend, right? So I can see. I just
best friend.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. I think that was part of a sales pitch at the time, but
Probably.
you know.
So, yeah,
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. What has a diamond ever done for a girl? Like, what's
making money.
Yeah.
Yeah. They showed off to their friends, like bling bling, bitches. That's what they do.
I'd rather have 5,000 puppies than a diamond.
They say my man loves me more than your man does. Ha ha ha.
JT said, yeah, German can be a weird language to learn, even though it's closely related to English. It can be, but it's kind of like, I feel like if you're in that industry, you should learn how to say some of the stuff. Now, if you're not into it, that's one thing. Like, you know, if you're just a person buying the store, then you would just say that, right? But if you're working in the industry and you're like educating people coming to your brewery, you should pronounce the right way so they learn how to pronounce the right way. It's just part of the process.
Break, Rod.
Huh?
Maybe you should give people a break.
Why should I give them a break? It's their job. It's their job. So you'd have been like the other day, like a DoorDash person couldn't find her. Like you got a map, you got a GPS, you can't find where to deliver the food. So we had to order somebody else. And Shannon would be like, "Oh, well, maybe they just got lost. You know, we'll just do it." Like, no, that's their job. And you got a map and you know where you're going. Go to the damn spot. It's not hard to do, you know. We got blind people to live in our building. They can find their way home. How can a DoorDash person not find a way here?
True.
Technology is there for everybody.
Your phone.
Yeah.
It's harder for other people than it is for you.
Not to mention they send you the address.
They send it to you. Yeah.
You know what? I have a beautiful solution to this problem.
Go get it yourself.
No.
No.
You be unhappy about the outcome, and I'll be happy about the outcome. And that's the way we live our lives. So then problem solved.
There you go.
That's like half the country now and half the other half of the country. It's kind of like, Sometimes it's like, no, we got to get a common answer. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. Everybody has to agree on that. That's just the way it works.
But it's never going to happen, Rod. It's never going to happen, and we have to be okay with that. It's not going to happen.
And see, there's Vanessa with the proper spelling as well. So yeah.
Well.
The puppies are fun. Yeah, I mean, I've had a dog before.
Puppies make you forget all of your problems.
Until they chew your stuff up that you were like, why? How did you even get to that? Like, you know.
But in the grand scheme of things, is that really a problem? Like,
it depends. If it's something like they chewed up and you had cash laying around, they chewed up $10,000. I think it'd be a problem.
Well, don't be a dumbass and leave $10,000 laying around when you got a puppy.
That's another part of it as well.
Like, that's the dumbass. The dumbass is the one that knows how to pronounce how you pronounce that beer. The dumbass is the leave $10,000 laying around when you just got a puppy. That's the dumbass.
They chew up something. Yeah.
Do with, so you just leave it.
I don't judge people, but I would judge somebody that like, my puppy chewed up $10,000. I'm like, that's kind of a dumbass move. I mean, but
not everybody can go to the bank.
Same as a tennis shoe, that's for sure.
I don't know. Some of those shoes, like if you had a aged custom Air Jordan thing or whatever, and they chewed on it, and that was like a $3,000 shoe.
Well, so said, I guess it could be, but
it'd be like,
Bizarre.
yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, I don't like to judge people, but that's kind of dumb. I mean, I wouldn't say it, but I'm like, you'd be kind of dumb.
Well, most people would keep like their Jordans in a case or something like that or anything. But if a puppy got in there and knocked it down, because they're like in a shoebox type thing, they might be able to get
Keep
them
your
out. But
puppy locked. Keep your puppy in a confined area unless you were watching them.
yeah,
I've got a friend that's got every single pair of Air Jordans ever made.
Ooh.
And he's not even worn them. They're just in the box.
they're just in a box. That's some money.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's just got them all in a box. He's never worn them. And I was like, man, I bet that first pair, I bet that's worth a shit.
Oh, that's a ton of money sitting there. That's like a CD or something. You could just cash that in.
At least I think he still has. I think he still has everyone made.
Yeah.
God, I
Up
have
until a certain
so
point
much
in
to
there.
say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because this is out in the public realm.
But it's eating at you because you want to say it.
I'll tell you on the after show, Rod.
Oh, okay. Shut up.
You'll have to tune
You're
in
right, yes.
the Patreon account.
Yeah, there you go. Look at you learning the keywords. Shout out to Big Daddy who's sipping a Miller High Life. There you go. Champagne of beers.
Yes.
And I said hello to Mojo. Worked in the Highland Park yesterday. Went to Ravinia Brewing for lunch. No Mallory. So I booked. We'll have to find out what was going on there when she shows up here in a bit. She's actually
Was it
helping
the right
chew and liquid love.
Because we went to Ravinia in Chicago, but it was there was 2
I
Ravinias.
said in Highland Park.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
sorry. I always do that.
It's all right. Reading is fundamental, you know.
Plus her eyes.
Poor dumb Shannon. Poor
What's
dumb
right?
Shannon.
Plus her eyes are worse than a blind man. So,
Somebody get her a Rainbow episode, please. No.
Yeah. Yeah, give me I need to
Oh, you remember that? You remember that as a kid reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton back in the day? Yeah.
I feel like I should say yes, but I feel like if I say yes, then I'll be like, yeah, dumb Shannon.
what happened to him? Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. I mean, he I don't know what he's doing now. I mean, he still does some acting stuff, I think he does a lot of like Broadway type stuff.
That's what I was like. You never hear
Yeah.
nothing else. I didn't know, if he was still, which he shouldn't be even really that old anyway. I don't think, right?
No, he's like probably 60, maybe 70 or something now. He did an interview, I think, with Samuel L. Jackson like last year or stuff. They were kind of talking about some of the roles and stuff that they had done over the years. So pretty good interview.
So you don't think 70-something is old?
Well, Shannon, I'm 55. I don't want to say it's old.
No, I'm not saying. I think the older you get, the age you think is old gets, because I'm like,
Goes up as
It gets pushed back. Yeah.
said that, I'm like, what do I think is old? I think old is 85 is old to me.
Yeah.
Basically dead for most people that,
Well, it's a funny thing when you think of age, because there was a thing that I was looking at on Facebook a while back, and they were showing actors in the 80s and the roles they played. Like Archie Bunker, like Carol O'Connor. Yeah, well, Carol O'Connor was 45 when he was playing Archie Bunker, and he did not look 40. I mean, obviously they do makeup and stuff like that, but he was like 45, and then like somebody else older than one of the other ones, and you look at, they put them against actors now that are 45, and it looks totally different. Like the 45 now looks so much younger compared to the 45 back then.
Like the Golden Girls were in their 40s. The actresses were in their 40s when they were doing that show.
What was Gildan's out?
Yeah, Todd was showing me some TikToks yesterday.
The skipper, and I think he was 40 when he filmed.
Yeah, he was
that,
like
or
40 something.
when he shot that,
And then
he always
Mr.
seemed like he looked like he was in his 60s
But
then.
the thing was, the like
Mr. Hal was like 50 or something.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was like, no, I think he was 60.
Yeah.
Because the guy that was saying, he's like, I'm 55.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
I
I'm
think
like,
he was 60, yeah. But on the show, I think he would only been. Oh no, I guess he'd have been in his 40s then.
But
too,
am I
guess.
like?
I'm not really sure.
But I'm like, do they actually look their age, or do they look older because we think we look younger than we do? But I've also seen a lot of things on TikTok where they're like, Gen X, why aren't they aging? I mean,
because you can't mess with us.
I mean,
Like it's not.
yeah, but I also do see some people on Facebook, and I'm like, God, who's that old person? I'm like, oh my God, they're my age, and I'm like, do I look that old? But then I'm like, who cares? What difference does it make?
Gen X is the fuck around and find out and a hold my beer generation rolled into one.
Yes. All the above. Like, oh, found out? Okay, here, hold my beer.
I feel like when we were the generation that, like, you know, when we did swings as a kid, we figured, I wonder how high I can get and then jump off. You know, we were like, we climb and jump from shit. Like, we were doing shit we weren't supposed to be doing. Like, you know,
we can actually go high enough to spin it around.
That was the next thing. See, you can go that high to spin it around and stuff. So it was on a swing when you get high, see if you can spin it all the way around.
No,
I never get high enough to do it.
I did not do that. What happened to me is my friend would be like, push me, and I push, and then I'd be like, I'm bored. I'll go, somebody else push them, and then I walk in front and they fucking kick this shit out of me.
Well, did you jump off the swing when you were done?
I did. Yeah, I did. And I mean, I probably didn't go very high because I landed on my feet. And if I did go high, I probably did eat some dirt every once in a while, but you know.
Well, you can land on your feet still from high, you know. Whether you stayed up or not was one thing.
Hey, I am the kind of girl that I'm just like, am I dead? Nope. Brush that dirt off and move on.
That's what we all did.
Yeah, like I'm just like, am I dead? No.
Just rub some dirt on it.
I'm like, quit being so dramatic. We're not dead. Quit being so dramatic.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like we would have laughed at the clown in the sewer. If, like it would have been there. We'd have been like, "The fuck you doing down there, clown? Like, what's going on? And why are you in the sewer? No, I don't want no damn balloon. Why would I want a? Why would I want a balloon?
Why are you down there? You like it down there?
No, but that would be, like, I love to ask questions. And I'm like, if I
totally be you.
Yeah, I'd be like, what are you doing? Are you okay down there?
You coming out? Why are you down?
I'm like, you look a little creepy. I wouldn't say you look a little creepy. I'd be thinking, I'm like, you okay? Like, what happened to you? Are you like, what's going on? I'm like, you need some help? And then I'd be like, he'd split my throat and I'd be dead.
Parents be like, don't take candy from a stranger in a van. We'd be like, okay. Then somebody shows up, be like, what kind of candy you got over there?
Right, yeah, like,
you got now and later sweet tarts.
Like you said, white man. This man's black. So it's got
No, I would not fall for that. I would not fall for that.
Stay away from white man.
It wasn't a panel van. It was a little bubble window in the back.
It's a cool van.
It's really cool music. I wanted to get closer to see.
Was that something that the generations nowadays, they don't even know the whole experience of like the late 70s and 80s of the shag rug vans and the waterbed vans and all that kind of stuff that because they don't have those type of things anymore now, right?
No,
so
they get raped in a frat house instead of the back of a van.
Why is the rape got to come out? Where was that even coming from? I was just saying.
That's what happens in shag carpet vans. You're a man, so you might not understand that part, but that's what happens.
But they had frat houses back then too, so it still may have happened. I mean, we've all seen Animal House, and that was set in the 60s.
Well, we weren't as aware of the situation. We learned that happens in.
You don't remember the Good Angel and the Bad Angel? The guy listened to the Good Angel though in Animal House. Yeah, she passed out in his room.
That's a movie. That's not real life.
Real life. You wouldn't listen to the angel.
And it was
no real life. She's listening to the devil angel. She ain't listening to the good angel.
And it was probably made for other men to. It was like, hey, I'm trying to help these men out doing bad things, and so we're going to make these women out that watch this movie think that good things, bad things are going to happen to them. So it's
well, you need the chick
bro code thing.
You had the chick giving a hand job in the car to the other guy. So, I mean, it wasn't like all the guys were doing bad stuff. Women were doing stuff in there. It was just college life. But it was saying there was still stuff happening when people still had the shag vans. There was still stuff happening in college. That's all I'm saying.
That your experience as a man is different. I'm glad you didn't have those experiences. I mean, I didn't either because I didn't go to. Anyway, let's just talk about something else.
Abstract algebra, or sometimes called modern algebra, is one of the hardest subjects for undergrads, along with real analysis.
They call it finite now.
Yeah, our daughter's in a finite math class, and she's about.
Is it finite algebra or just finite? Like, is it
No, it's
Just fine.
algebra.
Okay.
And I'm like,
First day she was about balling. She's like, I don't even know what's going on in this class. She's like, I can't understand the professor.
no, that was your Spanish
Oh,
class.
that was the Spanish. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
But I'm
Did you guys take foreign language back in the day in high school or college?
a little bit.
I had years of Spanish in high school.
I took 1 year. Somehow I just managed to get through it, and like
I used to know it fairly decent, and then
So in your school, like everything was done. Like when you went into class, the teacher always just spoke that language right off the bat, right? Like it was just automatic. Or did they try to give you some English and stuff too?
Oh no, they would. You talking about like in the Spanish class?
Like when I had French and I had Spanish, as soon as you walked into class, it was just like bonjour or hola. Like we didn't have the English. Like you had to know when you walked into the class, and it was automatically just.
Well,
Which I think was good because I think it helped you learn it quicker.
Yeah, my first year it was both. Second year was a little more Spanish than English. And the third year it was like almost all Spanish for the most part.
Yeah.
Then you're like, you might as well take the fourth year. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Todd's like, I know nobody to practice this on. I'm
Right.
in the middle of Indiana. I don't know anybody around here that can talk this way.
It's like, it wasn't-
when our daughter was in high school, she took French,
Spanish
and I'm
speaking
like, I didn't say anything because I want her to live her life, but I'm like, there's more like Mexicans around. Like you go to the store around here, and there's people speaking Spanish, and I'm like thinking that might serve you better, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
I would love to learn as many languages. I mean, I'd love to learn everything, but
So I should take Spanish now. It's
oh my god, puppy breath.
instead of French.
Yeah.
I can see the puppy because of your dress.
I know, it's just the big black blob. It doesn't matter. I'm enjoying him. He loves me. And I love him.
It's a public realm. Probably already heard it. I'm about 62, about to turn 63. See, yeah.
And
I wouldn't consider Vanessa old.
no, Vanessa is crafty. Not in a crafty like crafts way, but crafty in a like survival way.
Yeah. Cheers, John. I might have missed you by now by the time I got down to it here, but great that you swung in for a bit. Yeti in the house. Climbing roofs went big when I was a kid. Climbed every school, church, store in our neighborhood. Yeah, that's what we did. So in high school, we would go out and we would scale like old abandoned buildings and get on the roof and then drink beer. Never really thought about getting back down after drinking, but it worked. I mean, I'm here. It worked out, but yeah, a couple times there were some scares where some people almost bought the farm, so to speak, but or could have bought the farm.
Rod, you drink beer in high school?
Yeah. You didn't drink beer in high school?
We always talk about like how like fancy you are because you know what I drank in high school.
What? Well, I drank beer. I drank Mad Dog. I drank. Well, actually, in high school, it was probably more 40s that we were drinking. So it was more malt liquor back then because we didn't really have the craft beer scene where we were. So it was more malt liquor or Mad Dog. I didn't drink Boone's Farm till like freshman in college. So the first time I came across that. The wine coolers, the Bartles and James stuff, we would drink that type thing. So.
Oh, I did get really. There's two mixtures.
Thunderbird, yeah.
I had rattlesnakes when I was in high school at a party.
Mm-hmm.
I got so sick, and I'm like, never again. And then when Todd and I started dating, I guess I was 19 or 20. On New Year's Eve, I had screwdrivers, and I got New Year's.
Oh my gosh!
And it was like 8:00 at night, and I was barfing.
You got screwed. Got screwed with the screwdriver.
And we were like, so we started dating in July. So we were like maybe 6 months in, and I'm like barfing in the toilet. We're at his friend's party, and he comes in. I'm like, close the door. You know, I'm like, I didn't want him to see me barf, you know. And so then I went and was laying in the room, I was just like, oh my God, this is so over. Like, this is so over. Like, I'm never going to be able to look him in the eyes again. But here we are, a million years later.
There you go. Long time recurrent dream that continued every night for days on and 2 decades ago. Wow. I've never had any dream that came back the next day. I don't even remember half my dreams anymore.
I've been going through it since our daughter left. Like my dreams usually make no sense, and they're like, what does that mean? But my dreams have been here lately, like so, like like realistic, and I'm like, this is insane. Like I want to go to sleep and have dreams that don't. I want to escape my real life with my dreams, but the dreams I've been having, it's just been like, they're kind of nightmares, and I'm like, what the hell?
Vanessa said it was of a deep canyon with red and black drags sitting on the opposite walls. I got down to a different dude each night to chat with them. Interesting. Sounds pretty vivid, though. I fell off a roof and broke my arm. Didn't know I broke it until I was x-rayed in my 40s.
Oh.
My arm hurt. Yeah. I mean, I know that feel. I mean, when I was supposed to go to Barrel and Flow that year, the weekend before, I was at another beer fest. Thought I could make a jump that I used to make years and years back in the day. Pretty much did make the jump, but I fell back, caught my hands when I broke my wrists. Remember when I broke my wrists? Were you around when I broke my wrists?
You didn't make the jump.
Yeah.
No, I landed on my feet, but then I fell back, tried to brace myself, and that's when I snapped the wrist. But didn't think I broke it. Had Janice pick me up. We went to dinner, had beer at dinner. She's like, maybe you should go to the hospital. I'm like, nah, I think it's just sprained. Yeah. If it's still bothering me Monday, I'm like, come Monday, I go Monday to the doctor. They're like, we need to like operate. I'm like, okay, like we need to operate like now. Like you actually broke this pretty bad. I'm like, I'm Gen X. What do you want from me? We just move on, walk it off. That was our motto. Walk it off. If it walks off and you're good, then you move on from it.
No, Rod, here's the thing. Anytime I'm like, oh God, this hurts, that hurts. So I was like, you should go to the doctor. And I'm like, it'll go away. It'll go away. Everything goes away. I mean, like, I just got to give it some time. Like,
right.
Give it a week and it'll be gone. And like 99% of the time, it goes away.
It goes away. Yeah.
Baby, and like literally. And Todd, I'm like, it's gone, Todd. It's gone. I told you it would go away, and it goes away.
Well, see, it's funny because you guys are the opposite. Because she'll go for any little thing or whatever, but she'll tell me like, you need to go. I'm like, I don't need to. She's like, you got health. She's like, there's people that don't even have health insurance that would love to go for anything. Like, you got it. You don't want to use it. I'm like, I don't need to use it. Like, but you're paying for it, so you might as well go. I'm like, but then I got to pay a little bit more for the copay or whatever, right? So, yeah.
It's not even about them.
No,
it's just like I'm just
hassle
like,
of just doing it.
I hate making appointments. I don't know. My thing is, Todd's like, you want to do something this weekend? I'm like, I don't know. When I wake up, I'll let you know that day. Like, I don't want to make plans because I don't know how I'm going to feel that day. And that's kind of how I feel about appointments. I'm like, I don't want to fucking make an appointment for a month away. I'm like, I might not want to go to that appointment that day. So I'm just like, I just like day by day, And
I will say, for those of you watching, Dark Anchor Porter, pretty solid. I might have another one of these here tonight before the night's through. I'm gonna grab another beer.
Evil Twin. I've heard Evil Twin.
Evil Twin is always good for the most part.
I do hear, like, nobody thinks I listen, but like through the years,
it's reflecting the lights.
Like, I've always been a Miller Lite girl, but I hear y'all talking. And age.
I don't.
What's the art one? Artifact. Something.
Urban Artifact.
Almost got
that's in Cincinnati. Yeah.
Hours, but then there's an urban. Isn't there another? What's the other one? Isn't there another one?
I
think it's just Urban Artifact. You thinking of something? Yeah.
Oh, no. I was thinking of Untitled Art.
Untitled Art. Yeah.
Is that a brewery?
Untitled Art. Yeah.
They do some good beers.
Yeah, I know the breweries because I hear you all talk about certain breweries, but
stouts and stuff.
But I don't know what the beers taste like. But
right, I need to find a new liquor store because when I went in today, ever since the Indians or whatever they are,
Yeah, they changed it up on you. The ones that bought it out or whatever.
Have the selection they had, because I went in there today. I was thinking, I'm gonna get some Southern Grist. I haven't had anything from them for a while. Went over there.
Yeah.
They had like two four packs. You know what it was? It was a seltzer.
Ah,
That was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what happened to all your other? Because they used to have all kinds. I'm like, what happened to all the rest of them? Nothing.
Well, you got Liquor Barn there in Louisville, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know how good they actually are, but they're the ones that took over. They took over. Which company I took you to where we got the deal that time up in Kentucky. I can't think of the name of the place where you got the big bottle of the Magnum for like $5. Yeah, because that's how Rod J deal rolls.
But there's a couple liquor store, Liquor Barn, and then there's a couple smaller liquor stores right down the street from.
You got to have some good spots around you though, because I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna try hitting some from down the street from work.
Yeah.
Only bad thing there is getting off of work. Traffic's terrible on that road.
Well, then go spend an hour in the liquor store and the traffic will be gone.
Well, no, I mean to get there because it's like 5 miles down from work. The traffic from the mall down there is like an hour.
We had this conversation when you got home from work. I was like, what we should do is we should like save like a beer fund and go up to Jungle Jim's like twice a year and stock up 6 months worth of beer. And then he's like, well, they might expire. And then I'm like, well, then we can do it quarterly or
every 3 months. Every 3 months.
That's what I said. I was like, well, maybe every 3 months would be because then even if you for some IPAs, it might be a little old. They're not going to be 6 months old,
That's not a bad idea. Do it every 3 months. Go to Jungle Gyms.
That's what I told her. I was like, well, it's not like it's 2 hours away. It's not even 2 hours.
And now they have garden grass that's illegal. So like we can stock up on our gardening supplies.
What do you mean garden grass is illegal?
Really, Rod?
Did you say garden grass was illegal?
Legal.
Oh, legal. Okay, I thought you said illegal.
No.
It is what it sounded like.
Two birds, one stone.
You sound like illegal. Todd agrees. You sound like you said illegal.
I thought you said illegal also.
Well,
I knew what you meant.
We got there eventually. We got there.
Roundabout way.
I don't even know what the hell garden grass is, but okay. Garden grass?
Just take garden out of it.
What kind of gardening grass is illegal or legal?
I mean, I'm in Maryland, so if you're thinking about what I'm thinking, you're thinking about
pot, Rod. It's pot.
I was gonna say, take out garden and just it is what it
pot.
is.
It's pot.
So they just passed it in Indiana to make it legal?
Well, technically.
No, not in Indiana, in Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio, yeah, in Ohio, yeah, I know that.
Come on, buddy, let's get there.
Look, I don't live in the area anymore. I'm trying to figure out what you guys talk about because here in Maryland, where it's legal, you can actually grow a couple plants in your house. So you can grow.
Well, we're not that far along. So.
No, we're the rest.
Yeah, you're not that progressive. I think is the word you're looking for. But yeah, Ohio got it now, so everybody's not going to Michigan.
Michigan is where I want to live.
The cold winters though at times.
But I'm okay with the cold.
Yeah.
I'd rather have cold than hot.
Depending on how cold it could go. Yeah. I mean, Michigan isn't like Wisconsin cold where it's like you got to have a car heater or something. So it's not as bad. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
But see, that's the thing. Like in the winter here, I'm not going out and doing anything outside when it's cold, like below 30 degrees. Like it's just screwed. And so like it's going to get colder up there. But like here in the summer, if it gets above 95, I'm not going out either. So if you round out the whole outdoorsy time, I'd be able to spend more time because I love to be outdoors. The more I'd have more time outdoors in the temperatures in Michigan than I would here. Because there's you're not going to spend any time in the wintertime out there. Here, you're not going to spend any time in the winter or the summer. But if you're in Michigan, you're going to be able to spend more time in the summer outside because it's not so hot. So that equals more outdoor time.
Okay.
No, so it might make sense, it might not, but
No, it works.
yeah.
Vanessa says just
Yeah, but I don't,
Vanessa says discrete or finite algebra is a course you take about the sophomore year. You take a graph theory as well. Well, Kylie's taking her freshman year, so she's a year ahead taking
Yeah. It's just bullshit.
study French in high school and college. Never learned to speak it well. I took the read and translation track later in college. Yeah, I took French for 2 years. I could actually read it and talk it. I can still read some of the French, but it's kind of fractured. I took Spanish for a couple years. I can do the same with that kind of. So
that's kind of what I am. Like if I read it, I can know some of it, but hearing it speak so fast, like I can't keep up with that.
Yeah, but
I don't know what that goes.
I know como te amas. Shit, I thought I knew more than that.
And we're done. No.
K or ace. What time is it? Como te amas, I think, is how. One of them is what's your name. One of them is how are you.
That's a te amas is what's your name.
And then and K or ace is what time is it? That's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You know what I thought about getting today? I was thinking about getting the Negro tequila or whatever we had that one day. Do you remember?
Oh, the Cafe Negro tequila with the that was good.
Yeah, the place I can get it's in Kentucky, so the liquor store's down the street from my work has it. So
you should have got it. That's some good stuff right there.
Well, when I go down there here pretty soon, I'm gonna get some because I was thinking about that today. I was like, oh, you know what it was? I saw on TikTok. It wasn't the same kind, but it was similar to that. The guy who's drinking liquor, tequilas mostly.
Yeah.
He had kind of a variant of it. I was like, just to remind me of that. I was thinking, oh man, that sounds good. That stuff was so.
Oh, that was a great find when we had that stuff there. And I went through that bottle quick the one I had bought.
Was that that when Jack was doing the shots and everybody was standing around because we was like, here, try this. This is so good. Was it that?
Yeah, I think that was the one we were doing that and everything. Before he found the Jack Daniels girl, and he's like, you got to come meet the Jack Daniels girl. Yeah. Oh, it was a blast. Vanessa said, learn cigar rolling and drinking tequila at age 14. So 9th grade. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
I think the first hard liquor I drank, I was 12. And it was when we had a couple buddies over. We hit my mother's liquor cabinet to test stuff out. And it was Cutty Sark. That's rough for a 12-year-old. Like
what? I've never even heard that.
Cutty Sark. It's like a whiskey. It's like, yeah. It's like Scotch. I think it's Scotch for Cutty Sark.
Oh.
And it was like, when you're a kid, you're like, why do you drink this thing or whatever?
Exactly.
And then you're like, let me try another one. Let me try. Next thing you know, you're feeling it, starting to feel it there.
I got Goldschlager out of my dad's freezer is the first hard liquor I tried.
Yeah. And what did you think of it?
I mean, I was like, I'd rather have some Kool-Aid.
How old were you when you did it?
12, 13.
12, 13? Yeah.
A little warm into the chest there. We're like, ooh.
But
I've
got an idea for our channel called What's Your Beer?
Yes, what's your beer?
But it's not a beer.
There it is, right there on your screen. What's your beer? Coming soon.
Well, we got a channel. She just hasn't opened it up so we can subscribe.
But we should get some Goldschlager, some Hot Damn, and some, what's the other one? The one that I put under my boobs for the ball game.
Oh,
Goldschlager, Hot Damn, and the one that tastes like cinnamon apple pie that everybody drinks now.
Instead of Hot Damn?
Oh, was it the Fireball?
Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball.
Yeah.
Goldschlager, Hot Damn, and Fireball, and we should compare them all because I'm like,
well, I don't think Goldschlager's as much as like Fireball and Hot Damn though.
Well,
not the cinnamon to it. I don't think. Is it?
I don't know, But hey, it's just an idea for the channel.
No, I'm asking Ryan. Do you think is it?
Yeah,
It's
what?
been a long time since I've had
That Fireball and the Hot Damn.
But I mean, it's not Goldschlager's not cinnamon like that though. Is
Goldschlager, I don't think that Goldschlager. I don't think it's cinnamon like that, but it's been a long time since I've had it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's why I was asking.
I thought Goldschlager was like cinnamon whiskey too.
It's got the little gold flakes floating around in it.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm a phone.
But the Hot Damn and the Fireball be a good comparison.
Yeah.
So.
See, I always liked Hot Damn, and then I think it got too sweet. And then I started liking Fireball, and then I think it's too sweet.
I don't like either of them. I mean, you
I think
should
they're sweet.
if you mix them with what's that? It don't matter. I'm not gonna figure it out.
I don't think I had Fireball since I did the 10-pack that night when I did the hangover stuff. I think that's the last time I had Fireball. I had the 10 Fireball plus the other IPA stuff I was drinking. I drank some pretty good stuff in that episode. Yeah.
I forgot you did that.
Let's see here. Next up, Rod Todd and Shannon. Oh my God, what sick bastard put sheetrock over Todd's window? Well played. Cheers. Yeah.
I know. We woke up and everybody was like, oh.
Somebody said, you gonna put no curtains up? I'll put a wall up.
And you're gonna be somebody watching on Thursdays.
Rock and rock.
Like,
Oh. Yukon Jack, Southern Comfort, every rum imaginable. I got into Southern Comfort when I got into college, though. I started getting into that. I drank that for a good amount of time. And Alabama Slammers, those are pretty popular. But I haven't heard Yukon Jack in years. Watched an entertaining game between North Dakota and Colorado, Bison and Buffaloes. Yeah, actually, I just saw that North Dakota went up 17-14 right now. Like Malt Liquor because I only need 2 cans to get drunk. Well, it depends on the size of those cans.
40 ounces.
The fact we survived childhood is a miracle. You know, it's funny. We've talked in the past sometimes, just like sometimes you're like telling old stories with you like your buddies or friends, and you like get flashbacks like, I don't know how somebody didn't die that night. Like those are those stories you remember from back in the day. Like somebody should have died. Like that's just crazy. First broken bone was my right little finger at 3. Mom closed the 4th door on my finger. Ouch.
so you like this one?
Yeah, it's not bad. I kind of like it.
Those are always painful when your finger gets caught in something.
Look, Rod, I'm slowly getting her there.
The Evil Twin. There you go.
It is.
Wooden Hipster IPA.
Yep. She's not an IPA person, but I'm getting
She's
her
liking it. Yeah,
slowly
she's
there.
starting to pull her in. Like fishing. Throw it out there. Cast it out there. Just
Right.
turn slow. Turn slow. Let it get used to it before you reel it back in.
When that I will never forget Brian.
Brian actually
in
got her started
Canada.
on it.
That IPA was the very first IPA I ever had. I was like, this ain't bad.
We're not that
No,
sure.
that wasn't one because you had one a year or two ago when you had Two Hearted. You said was the first one you liked.
The first one I ever had that I was like, this ain't that bad.
I thought you said about Two Hearted when you had it because that was one you liked a couple years ago.
I don't know, maybe. I don't remember. I was pretty drunk.
Yeah. We'll have to try that again.
But the thing is, you're now on the trail or on the path where you're actually finding beers you like, which is a good thing.
There's a beer that because like at this brewery close, I was like one of the first. There's like a couple of first craft beers. I was like, oh, I like this. One of them was a banana, but now I'm like, I really like it's a rye beer.
Oh,
Yeah, with a little spice kick.
Rye, I think.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I love that. And it's like 8% or something. And I'm like, Shannon, calm down.
Yeah, it's an amber ale with rye. It's pretty good. It's one of the better ones they've probably ever made. Really.
Yeah, I'm really like, I love that amber.
You know what? We've been jibber jabbering all this kind of stuff, and I forgot all about checking the
News?
poll. No, the poll stuff. So
Got to even look to see what it was tonight.
So out on the poll, because we are hitting September, which means Oktoberfest, and it means pumpkin beers. they're both out now. They really started coming out the last week or two lately. At least they're pushing them back later now. So I think they finally realized we don't need them beginning of July.
Exactly. I actually picked a couple the night up, and I was thinking it's still too early, but I was like, it's right on the cusp there. So
the question was, are you team Oktoberfest or are you team pumpkin? Right now, it's 72% Oktoberfest to 28% pumpkin. So
I'm like, they taste a lot alike.
No.
really,
No.
I'm team Oktoberfest.
To a novice, they taste a lot
I
alike.
bet if you put them side by side, you would.
Yeah, you got to put them side. That's what Josh should do, a side by side video.
Hey.
Then you can see the difference.
On the next episode of What's Your Beer, we're gonna try.
What do you mean the next episode? We haven't in the first episode.
I know, right?
There's a lot gonna go on in the first episode.
Right, there's a lot of episodes that nobody's seen yet. So
I mean, we can get you a What's Your Beer segment here on the show if we want to ease you into it.
Hey, I've already did like 12 of them.
hey, I'm about to take over the iPad and I'm going to release them.
Just start releasing them.
No, they get little, like I watched one of the last videos re-recorded and I was like, oh shit, did I turn it off before the after show?
Oh, you know what? Also, I was going to tell you, Shane made us a little intro video.
He did.
Oh, did he? Okay, there you go.
To choose one if we wanted to use one. If we wanted to use one, he said.
No, we're using one. I love it.
Yeah. I'm not as huge on the intro videos, but I mean, it's all a matter what works for you. You'll start to learn stuff.
I'd rather have the intro to be, because we're not gonna be like instead of, no offense, but Todd's like, anytime he's like, hey, welcome to What's Your Beer? I'm Todd. And he looks at me, I'm like, I'm Shannon. And so
she doesn't like anything by script. She wants to just.
I just want to.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you'll learn it as you go, but sometimes my take on it, sometimes the intros can actually hurt you because people are tuning in your channel, don't know who you are, and you'll lose them on the intro. They don't know. They want to get right into the video. So just,
I mean, it's literally like 10 seconds long, maybe.
Yeah, it's not long, which I appreciate because
I mean, even 10 seconds can be a good amount of time when you're looking at it because people flip through so quickly. Not to say you can't do it, but you'll learn your way as you go and stuff. So.
And he didn't say we had to use it. He just did them because he wanted to.
Yeah, but
no, it's great.
I'm literally like, the only reason I want to do this channel is from when we went to Canada, and I just want to be a part of this community that like we all met, and it's like, it's not about I just want to like connect with the people that we were with. It's not about like, anything else other than that. I just want to like keep everybody that was there in my life, and I feel like that's the best way to do it.
There you go. Well, you're connected already, but yeah.
I know.
But you'll increase your experience when you're doing it because you get to try different things.
Yeah, I'll have more to talk about next time we meet up instead of just like, oh my God, I took a whole bag of gummies.
Which was entertaining in itself to watch that happen and unfold. That was great.
It was the best bag of gummies I ever took. I will say that.
Well, you had to take a whole bag of candy because they're so low in their dosage, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's like premium quality. When that was that was some good stuff.
Oh yeah. I figure we all got to see Shannon feeling good, so it was awesome.
Amazing. Loved it.
Oh, Vanessa was in. Right arm got broke at 4, then 5. Oof. Like glass right there. 3 near-death experiences before I was 5 years old, JT said. Wow. My mom has a home movie, me playing King of the Hill, the snow pile, with me using my cast to knock my brother's on her head. Hey, whatever you got available, right? I don't even know if kids even play that anymore because kids don't didn't even get outside to play King of the Hill anymore. I used to love King of the Hill when I was a kid.
You know what King of the Hill is?
Huh?
What's King of the Hill?
When you get to the top of the hill, you got to fight the other kids and knock them down. And first one up the hill wins.
Well, you never heard of that before?
No.
Yeah. You never heard of Kill a Man? I used to love playing Kill a Man one.
Red Rover was the closest I came to that.
Red Rover? Something come over. Wasn't it something before that though, or is it just
probably?
Yeah.
You just clotheslined him in the throat.
Yeah.
We didn't have very many hills in Sellersburg, so maybe that's why I never played King of the Hill.
Well, Todd
And
probably
also
remembers. We used to play Kill the Man as a
it
kid.
was probably sexist generation, and the little girls probably weren't allowed to play King of the Hill.
Vanessa was playing King of the Hill. She just said she was hitting her brothers with a cast on her arm.
Oh, I love that.
She's probably the first WWE elbow drop.
Ooh, off the top rope.
God.
4 if you count Hurricane Betsy. Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, being out in New Orleans when hurricanes come through, you can definitely have an experience there. But that's too many near deaths.
They're holding
ER, ACUs, or R. Yeah. Well, I know, Vanessa, you had the stuff with getting hit with the car a few times, which is kind of crazy. JT says, hey, puppy. Vanessa, ICUs. You know, cute puppy. Puppy's quiet, too, just there.
He's been up all day long, Shannon said. I'm surprised he's kind of just chilling now, so.
Big Daddy's drinking a foggy geezer from War Pigs out of Munster.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I think I've seen that one before when I was in Cincinnati area. We can grow 12 total per family, 6 per 2 adults. We'll see. So in Connecticut, you could do 6. It might be 2 per adult, I think, maybe. Cannabis consumption is at historically high levels right now. Ooh-wee! Yeah, that's also something that's affecting the alcohol industry because so many people are kind of going the cannabis route too. How high would the consumption go once the U.S. government legalizes it? Well, if it's all 50 states, I don't think all 50 states are going to get it though. There's just too many that are like the red states that are dug in being against it, at least as it stands right now. But I think in the ones that are more blue or purple that get it passed, you'll see more of an increase. Took French from 8th grade onwards. I read and translated best. Oh, nice. Cheers, Big Daddy. What's up, East Coast in the house? Cheers. What's going on, Tanner? Y'all don't know East Coast LQ. Make sure to check him out. Got some great stuff happening there as well. Cuddy is some old man scotch. Yeah, right. It was the jar I grabbed under the thing, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, mom, she was a Scotch drinker back in the day. It was Cuddy, and then she had Dewars. Dewars was the other one she had under the counter.
Dewars, oh yeah, Dewars.
Hey,
Yeah.
I remember. It's like Red Rover, and then you got to pick somebody on the other team. Be like, Red Rover, I dare Rod to come over.
There's something I knew it was something in front of me. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
try to
and
break
you have to pick somebody on the other team to
try
run
to
over.
through it.
So you have to pick and be like, Red Rover, I dare Rod to come over.
Right,
And then Rod's got to come over and try to break
But if he
the line.
doesn't, then he joins that team or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or something?
I don't know about that part because
I can't remember either exactly.
I had no idea what Shanna was doing there. I'm like, is she going out to deliver newspapers right now? Like this.
Paper Bowl, I would be the most horrible.
She would be delivering to houses that wasn't even subscribed because she'd be like, I'm going to hit that house, but she'd throw it across the street.
I'd be like, this is my first day and my last day. I'm just going to go sit by the lake.
Yeah. She's like, here, take all the papers. I'm done. Just take them.
Well,
take them all.
Well, since we don't have paper boys anymore, it's glad they found another use for the paper boy outfit there.
Hey, recycling.
Totally.
Yeah.
We had him say it all about it. So.
Yeah. What do we do with all these paper boy satchels? I have an idea. We'll put puppies in them.
I love that.
Aftershock, good cinnamon drink.
Just
Here's
take
a tea.
Okay.
Show us the puppy's face, Big Daddy said. Because they keep seeing it from the side. They haven't seen the puppy up close.
You asked for it now.
I'm going to grab a beer while she does that here.
You're going to want, what side is the game? Is it this one?
Yeah, right there.
Look at this puppy's face. Oh my God. Look at the puppy face.
Right. There you go.
Oh, this way.
Yes, to your right. Or your other right, whatever.
Oh my God. Look at the puppy. Oh, it's the cutest puppy ever. Say hi. Say hi.
His name's Winston.
Oh, he's the cutest little baby ever.
I named him after the character on
Everybody's
New
going.
Girls. new girl. Not new girls, new girl. Thinking of getting a beer.
Oh, yes. I think it should be Wednesday, though.
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, Winston. I don't
Cheers,
care.
Kettle. Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday.
Buddy, anyways.
I am going to call him Buddy. No matter what his name is, I'll call him Buddy.
What's the name of the new channel, guy? Well, they got the name there. What's your beer? I gotta take that off.
Or you don't have it shown.
Right there. What's your beer? It's
And
not
you know
out there
what?
yet. You can't see it yet, but
Did you know, though?
Well, if she would unlock it, we could. But
It's a playoff of What's Your Sign.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm looking for a logo that has like constellations and stars.
yeah, we do need a logo. Or
Because
something.
I'm like, I want to be like, what's your sign? But nobody's going to look at it if it's probably a million.
But you wanted a beer. If it's beer, you want something with beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could do a bunch of little different types of beer cans, like in the solar system or whatever.
Yes, like we could do constellations in the
Like the big
design
Dipper.
of a beer.
Yeah. Something
Yes.
like that. See, brainstorming.
I love it.
Cheers to Kettle for JT. Broke my arm playing football with the older neighbors and my brothers back then. Yeah, that could definitely happen.
For sure.
Almost drowned in Lakeborn. Almost got crushed by a streetcar on Magazine Street and rode my trike down a flight of metal stairs.
But you're
I feel
still alive. You're
JT's
still
just a little bit older, but he could easily be an honorary Generation Xer right there.
I fell in a fire pit and everybody thought I should have died. And they're like, well, what if you? I'm like, but I didn't die. I'm still here. Like, calm down. I'm still here.
It's like Hangover, but did you die?
I did.
Cuddy Sark was a clip ship on the label. Yes, it was. The Clipper ship on the label.
So we'll post. He said I did. So
Oh,
Clipper
Aaron.
ship.
first, but
Our friend Aaron is commented. We'll get to
Okay.
it.
no, I told him
Okay.
it might be a minute. So
Shut the fuck up.
It was named after a famous Clipper ship. Yeah, I can't remember what ship it was on there, but yeah, it was a big Clipper ship there. Hi guys, I voted Oktoberfest. They should call the pumpkin beers pumpkin pie beers. I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie, so not into them. There you go. Well, welcome, Aaron. As Shannon and Todd pretty much said you were coming, so welcome and making your entrance to the show for the first time.
Love Aaron.
Welcome. Great to have you on board. There are some that do taste like pumpkin. There are some that taste like pumpkin pie. So there's definitely a mix out there. Sweet pup, Big Daddy said.
Rod, you walked away.
That's
You
Clipper
didn't.
ship. I just see. I saw the way to turn my camera off. I grabbed a beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
he don't want to see that
He
anyway.
loves me, and I
Generation Jones, motherfucker. That's funny, JT. Shannon Todd and HMS Cuddy Sark. Different beer glasses, Todd and Shannon.
No, we do have the same one, but
Oh, we do. That wasn't on purpose. I just.
we just grabbed one. Got all kinds of-
Welcome. BC in the house. Cheers, BC. What is up, my friend?
You see?
Check out BC. If you haven't checked out BC channel, make sure to check him out as well. And I'm going to crack open my other beer. And this is actually going to be from Sierra Nevada. So
Okay, I'm gonna grab us one too.
this is my second Oktoberfest beer thus far. I wasn't going to get them as early, but the place I was at had a 6-pack, and it was the last 6-pack they actually had. I'm like, I might as well go ahead and grab it.
If you
This
don't
year,
it'll be pumpkin beers.
what?
Never mind. Sorry, I interrupted.
This one here, actually, for those of you not familiar with Sierra Nevada and Oktoberfest beers, every year they team up with now a German brewery for the collab. So this was actually done with Gutman. This one comes in at an ABV of 6%. And again, another look there at the can. It's got the nice bold colors to the can itself, but always fun to kind of visit them to see how they team up with who they team up with each year and how they turn out. So, and this is a fest beer. so not a Märzen. Which it's kind of interesting how you do that because Fest beer used to be kind of toned down Märzen, but now Fest beers are getting higher than some of the Märzens out there. So
Hey, Rod, will you hate me if I still call it a Marzen?
no, I just have to get you educated at some point on it. That's all.
Well, you can work real hard, and I'll try to get there. For now, we're at the beginning of our journey, and I'm going to call it a Marzen.
Yeah. No, it's like this. It's like the Americanized way to say it, right? So, but like JT said, German is hard for some to learn. You know, it's only certain things.
I bet I have the most German.
I was gonna say we're German. Most should be that hard.
But my maiden name is probably more German than anybody's anybody's last name on this
not really. But
plant.
Ren double consonants are always
Well, there used to be
big
an
time
F
German.
in the beginning before we came it don't matter. Let's just talk about something.
According to ancestry, I'm 6% German. So
I'm so boring.
I'm all German Irish.
I'm mostly wet English and Irish.
She's got some Kenyan in it, or what is
Yeah, I do have
Yeah.
a little bit of Egyptian and a little bit of
oh, little walk on the dark side, huh?
it?
Oh, back then it could easily happen. So yeah, you know.
Everybody's from Africa. Everybody should have a little bit African in them. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's where we all.
they say you
started.
go back far enough. A lot of people are like mutts, basically, at some point. It seems. Yeah, I agree. This is actually a pretty smooth. This is my second one I've had from them. The last time I've had the Sierra Nevada collab, I remember they did the one with Bitburger. I think that was like 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know if I've had one more than
Eat and drink something. I must
maybe
see.
2 or 3 years ago. But I'm always pleased. Sierra Nevada, I mean, obviously an OG, which reminds me. So one of the things that I was thinking about doing for one of the videos, and actually I give credit to Kyle for No Hype Beer Reviews because he was actually the first one I see doing, although now I see Vine Pears kind of still in his idea. He's been doing these what's the thing out west? The Mount Rushmore. He's been doing the Mount Rushmore of different things for breweries or beers and everything. And I feel like Sierra Nevada might be one that might be kind of a Mount Rushmore type brewery. I know Ken Grossman could definitely be one of the Mount Rushmore type brewers. So I might do something like that at some point. You got the Schlafly pumpkin?
I do, yeah. I picked it up today.
Yeah. I can't go pumpkin yet. It's still August.
I'm like Oktoberfest, pumpkin, it's all in the same realm. So I just like, yes, it's not the same, but it's like they're in this. When you buy one, you're buying, they're right there.
I mean, we go pumpkin for Oktoberfest. You're doing the whole triple dog dare, just like Christmas Story again. You're jumping ahead. You're skipping a step.
But I mean, it's Schlafly, so it's
Yeah.
Schlafly pumpkin ale solid.
I do like the Schlafly pumpkin ale though.
Yeah.
So Cuddy Sark's name comes from a famous poem, Tom O'Shanter. Oh, by Robert Burns. Okay. Did not know that. See, learning some new things here tonight, folks. I mean, different beer glasses for your beer channel logo. That's what Big Daddy said.
Okay.
Yeah.
We ain't that far ahead yet, Big Daddy. We're working on it.
Generally like Fest beers more than the Mersons. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like I said, I feel like the Fest beer is supposed to be more toned down, but I get a nice malty presence in this one here. It's like pretty close, but that's what the brewers do. They blur the lines so close nowadays. Great choice on Sierra Nevada. Had a beer show last weekend within our lineup. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I think the 6-pack was like $11.99, I believe, when I got this.
Here, take this puppy because I don't get
Last week.
charged. He peed. He's a good one.
Yeah, it's not too sweet at all on this one. Cheers from Beast Theme. Mini handheld pumpkin pies add a fresh base whipped cream. They're talking putting Biden on Mount Rushmore. What? No, stop. You stop that right now, Big Daddy. Somebody gonna put Biden on Rushmore. I was going to give you my fake news, but I can't find it right now. I had to redo my whole soundboard. But yeah, but like,
Okay, what?
you ain't getting no Joe Biden on Mount Rushmore, Linda. Oh yeah. Oh, I was going to share. Speaking of some of the merch stuff, for those that are interested, I actually did an update to the merch store. So for those that were looking, I actually went back, redid some things, made some stuff like some double-sided type things, and now you can check out on the merch, and the link's down in the description, but the new merch store has been updated. And right now, if you check out the merch, it is 20% off everything, by the way, as you can see right there. But added the new designs in where you have all of these different ones currently. And then you're getting like the front and the back. You got that there. You got the back with the logo. Drink a beer, save a brewery. What do you say, Todd?
I said you do have some good merch on there, like some of the sayings and stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I did that there. And then this is the newest one I added. The BeerVentures Brigade is the newest addition to it. So you check that out there. Get the BeerVentures Brigade logo. Then the J BeerVentures is thrown on the back of that as well. Makes it a nice little play. That's like the baseball shirt on that one. And like the bucket hat. You get the bucket hat here.
I do like
bang
that too.
And
golf.
Bang. And then the bang there. So you get both of that on there.
Okay. Keep him away.
But yeah, and as it gets cooler, you do have the hoodies out there as well. So all the different designs are out there in play right now. I do have some other ones that'll be coming on the site as well, but you can always check that out in the description or on YouTube. It'll actually have the listings, I believe, under the channel that can take you to check out some of the products as well. So check out the merch if you get a chance. But 20% off right now. Good deal. Good deal.
Yes, yes.
I'm
gonna check
see
out
here.
for golf.
Yes, but you need to put Scotch Guard on it first so it doesn't get sweat stained.
I know.
Put what on it?
Some Scotch Guard.
Oh, I never knew about that.
Yeah, we saw something on that said spray your hats and stuff with Scotch Guard, so when you sweat, it won't, it repels it.
Yeah,
oh, that's pretty cool.
I've never tried it, so I don't know. But I was looking on Amazon today. I did order some today.
Yeah, because
it'll be here tomorrow.
Like when I want to go out and I'm like, I want to wear a hat, and I don't have that many hats, so I go looking in Todd's hats.
So she always wears my hats.
But then they have stains, and I'm like, well, I don't want to wear that.
Some of them do, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's like, I'm gonna get Scotch Guard so they don't get stained from my sweat.
And a lot of times I don't wear a hat for that reason. I'll pick one that's like, all right, this is already kind of messed up, so I don't really care if it gets.
And if it's not, you don't want it to get stained.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them I don't pick for that reason.
JT said, I can see that argument. Whoever followed Trump was going to look like one of the goats. I'm sorry, you can't put Biden on the whole Mount Rushmore. It's like,
no,
hasn't been enough there. I mean,
Obama maybe, but I mean, listen, Biden did the best he could, but and I appreciate Biden. I appreciate him, but like, he did what he needed. He was like, it don't matter, but just not on
not on Mount Rushmore. Freak guys are serious, like no, it don't work. It don't work. That Cheers, Trez. Welcome, my friend. What were you gonna say, Shannon?
It just don't work with him on there.
Yeah.
Oh, we do make our trip to Jungle Gyms. We need to try to hook up with Trez.
Yes.
Have a beer.
Perez, he's the one that you showed me. Him and his wife just had an anniversary, right?
Yeah, like 25 years.
And he was showing me the picture, like Trez posted on
he
Facebook,
posted it, yeah.
their young pictures, and then I'm like, God, that looks like us. Like, oh my God, we were so young.
We were young. Are they gone? So Pat Benatar back in the day. Yeah, so bet you guys aren't off the week after next week because that's when I got to come up for work to Cincinnati.
Hey.
So what date? What's the dates?
Yeah, we could maybe make it work.
I gotta come up the 10th on that Tuesday and then fly back the 13th that Friday.
The 10th?
10th through.
Because we could maybe meet up at Jungle Gyms and make a day of it at the Olive Bar.
Because I gotta the Friday I fly back like at 4 or whatever. But
On work, so.
You got my schedule. Let's see. The 10th? Because, like, my schedule, like, that's what I do love about my schedule. Like, I work 3 days a week. Like, the way my schedule works, I'm off 6 days now.
okay.
And
Yeah,
so,
every 3 weeks she's off 6 days straight.
like, I work 1 weekend a month. I have a 3-day weekend, a 4-day weekend, and a 6-day weekend. I mean, is it really
Okay.
days? But
Does it really work if you're not? No, I'm just kidding.
Is it real? Yeah, right.
Those garage day hours right there.
you're
Yeah. I haven't had those hours in a long time.
Hers are 12-hour days though. So
September 10th, and you go back the 13th.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm off the 10th. I work the 11th, and I'm off the 12th and the 13th. So,
depends on if I can get off or not.
yeah. Well, we'll figure it out or we won't. Yeah, this is the way life works. So,
Yeah. I'm gonna actually dabble with a little bit of the Knob Creek.
oh, here we go.
Smoked
again,
maple.
Rob. I feel like you're slowly creeping into a bourbon channel.
No, beer's where it's at. It's a beer channel. I don't know enough about bourbon, even though I lived all those years in Kentucky. I just don't know enough about bourbon. So,
There's people upstairs.
but the Big Daddy thing, see, drill sergeants used to use Scotch Guard in their uniforms to not sweat in front of them. He found out.
Did they put it on their,
Wait, what's this? What does it say?
drill sergeants use sweat guard on their uniform so that they're.
Okay, so okay, yeah. See, okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now, you can get, like, if I was going to get Botox, it wouldn't be to not sweat, it'd be for other things. But you can get Botox and, like, under your arms and stuff, and you won't sweat.
Really?
Yeah, you can get in your sweat glands and you won't sweat. Like a lot of movie stars, when they're like the red carpet and it's like 100 degrees outside in LA and they don't sweat, it's because they got Botox in their sweat glands. But you got to be careful because the body's supposed to
I was
sweat.
going to say, doesn't that
Yeah, you could
kind of
die.
clog them up in a way that's not good for you? Or healthy
Well,
for
I
you?
mean, that's the way of your body expelling
Well,
heat,
no, I
not to
know.
overheat.
Yeah, right.
But if you're in the heat for like 5 minutes,
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing a lot of people didn't know about Scotch Guard because CNC Music Factory couldn't have made the record. That was a hit for them. Going to make you sweat. Remember that song back in the day?
God. This, no.
They're like, no, it's not 'cause I got Scotch Guard, bitches.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing the craft beer thing? It's probably been like many years.
Many, many years.
This beer right here is one of my, like, I probably have like 5 beers craft beers that I know. This right here is one of my most favorite. And every year.
What? The Safley Pumpkin?
Yes. Every year
Wow.
it tastes exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I love it.
They got the recipe down. They do the same every year. So
And that's the thing. It's like a lot of beers are like, oh, this is a special edition or whatever, and then they don't bring it back out. But this, they've got a good thing going on here because you can get it every year.
I got a thing going on. Yeah. What's the sale? What's the sale that label? Doesn't it say like the other St. Louis beer? Is that what it says on there? Because they're there with the Anheuser Bet, and I think that's what they used to put on their thing. The other St. Louis brewery or something.
I do wish they would wait a little bit longer for this beer to come out, though, because
it's not. You want to get it like near October. That's what I'm saying.
I know, I agree, but it's like if you don't get it now, then it's like It's 3 months gone by.
Well,
Pumpkin beers are
No,
pumpkin
no, I know. I'm
pumpkin
saying-
beers are like a musical chair thing. So if everybody throws them out there, nobody wants to be the last one not getting picked. So
Well, then you got
it's a
the
race.
out in basically October. So
Yeah.
it's
like
come
I
on,
love
man.
a campfire or a fire. Like this is exactly the beer I want to drink on a night with a fire pit when it's like 60 degrees
Even though
at night around a fire pit.
it didn't, I didn't see anything on there that said anything like that.
I thought it did before, like one of their things, like it's in the print or whatever, like the other St. Louis brewery
And
or
it
something, because
probably-
they did it because
I think-
Budweiser was there. Yeah,
It did, but it might be on like one of the regular like IPAs or one of their other normal beers, maybe.
I don't know. This is like my number. I can't think of another beer that I like more than this.
No, to me, even though I know it's not an Oktoberfest, to me that's
Mm.
kind of my OG of pumpkin beer, Oktoberfest beers is this one.
I wonder how the pumpkin beer would go with this smoked maple. I feel like
Ooh.
it might be something you could actually do that, like a little Boilermaker type action
Must be kind of like
or a
yam.
chaser. Yeah,
Must be like yam tasting or something.
Okay, so what I've learned from you guys is like certain beers shouldn't be super cold. I
right.
feel like-
Depends on the style. Hmm.
and I'm thinking that I would like this beer if it was warm at room temperature.
Yeah, let it warm up a little.
Because we get more of the
Well, I'm
spice
just.
and the characters to it.
It's like a.
Well, see the
mold,
glass you got there too with your hand on it. It should warm up the beer as you're holding it more and stuff too, because it should be pulling from the heat.
Yeah, I would get I might be border. I mean, I've done like this. Could
You don't want that ice cold because you want the flavors and everything and the
I'm just-
aroma.
Right.
If I could have a beer that described my personality and my happiness, this would be what it would be.
All right.
If you were like, give me a beer that describes you, that makes you happy, this is the beer I would give everybody.
Yeah, I could see that. Because you're, like you said, thinking of the sitting around a campfire in the fall or whatever. Roasting marshmallow.
I'm glad you got a beer that you really like there. That's awesome.
And I've always loved this. When
Yeah,
he
she actually always-
brought this home
She actually
today,
always likes-
he brought this home today, and I was like, "Is that beer I really like? Like, is that the one?" I'm like, it's like, yes, this is the perfect beer in my mind.
And I was like you, Rod. I'm
Right.
like, it seems too early for pumpkin / Oktoberfest, but I'm like,
If it's there, I'm
it's
getting
there,
it.
so
Yeah.
You can enjoy this beer anytime, but like this I give like props to the brewers or whatever. Like if you could drink anything any of the time of the year, but if you get a drink and you're like, you know what, this is amazing. But if it makes you think outside the box, like, oh my God, it makes you think of sitting around a campfire and being a little chilly and enjoying it. Like they nailed it on that. It's not just a beer, it's a story.
Yeah. Pumpkin is a nice fall presence.
But I don't even
I guess
I don't taste pumpkin. I don't
fruit,
taste-
I guess. You should taste pumpkins, a pumpkin ale. You do what?
I taste cinnamon.
I feel like
So you're getting a spice out of it.
I feel like this one is a little more spicier than years past.
You get like cinnamon, nutmeg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost like hot apple cider on a cold night.
I could see
Right.
that.
Well, that's what you get. Some of them you get like the spice or a filling type feel. Some you get like a pumpkin pie. Like some you get like the pumpkin crust type feel. Like for me, I haven't done a pumpkin in a long time. I need to get the rum barrel pumpkin because I love some rum. But Warlock is the one I usually prefer from Southern Tier. Because it's like you can get them both. Yeah. Coovee. Yeah. So you get them both, pour them both in. Dogfish had like their pumpkin ale. If you want to get blitzed, get the Avery Rumpkin, which is like 17.5%. That'll get you going where you want to go real quick.
I've got an Avery in the fridge, but I don't think it's the Rumpkin. But any of those is going to sit you over the top anyway. So
Yeah, which I haven't seen that in a number of years, but that's like that one will definitely get you going. You want to take your time with that. But yeah, Oktoberfest for Great Lakes, they're pretty solid. They're always got some great stuff happening. They actually had the Christmas ale out at their brewery. I think it was last month. They did Christmas in like July.
Oh,
The
okay.
beers, it hasn't been released fully to the market yet, but that'll probably come out around October or something. But their Christmas ales are always pretty nice, and they got the barrel aged ones that are pretty solid too. So you can't go wrong with Great Lakes. In fact, I just did their Midwest Pale Ale and their Juicy Vivacious last week, which were really good.
I'm gonna miss the which I guess has probably been a couple years now, and the Anchor. They always had a different Christmas logo.
Oh yeah. Well, they're trying to get one for this year since they've been bought by the guy that owns the Greek yogurt, but I don't know if they're going to get it out or not. So kind of in a race against the clock there. But yeah, a lot of people like it. And each year they did a different tree on the label, so people like to keep collections of the bottles to see what trees they're putting on them.
That was always cool.
Hey, you all have created, like, you all wanted me to get into the craft beers. And so I've got, like, I probably could write a book about this beer. But, like, I feel like a lot of beers, they're like, it tastes like this. It tastes like it tastes like a piece of pumpkin pie. And I'm like, yeah, well, you could eat a piece of pumpkin pie. But, like, I could eat a piece of pumpkin pie. But I don't want a piece of pumpkin pie. I want this beer. Like,
you want to drink your pumpkin
I'm
pie.
drinking this. And I'm like, I'm drinking this beer and it tastes good. And it's so good. Yeah, maybe it gives me like some like references to pumpkin pie, but I would rather drink the beer. And this doesn't, I've never, like, I can't compare this to anything I've actually eaten before. It's all on its own and it has its own story. And I'm like, if I wanted a piece of pumpkin pie, I'll go eat a piece of pumpkin pie. I like this beer.
Well, here's an idea for your new channel that you guys are doing. You know you like the Shapley Pumpkin Ale, and so all the pumpkin beers are coming out now. So you should do a series of a pumpkin beer versus another pumpkin beer. So you could have, does this beer beat my favorite pumpkin beer? You could have Shapley versus somebody.
Right, I already thought about that, so yes.
No, that was the beginning of our channel. We both went to the liquor store. We picked out a beer for each other. We wrapped it in tin foil, and then we each tasted it. And then that was our thing. It's like, this is my beer. And then the next time we had it, I'm like, does that beer beat my last beer that I liked? Like, it's like, does that beer knock out the last beer?
Her first beer was, is it better than my Miller Lite? That's what she was going with at the start.
And it was, because I picked out beers for Todd, and like,
still got one we haven't done yet.
Yeah, and but his first beer he picked out for me it wasn't like anything.
Yeah.
He was trying to, like,
I was just trying to ease her into it.
Well, you have. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna throw her into the fire with an IPA right off the bat or anything.
Yeah. No, you want to get her easing there where she doesn't get turned off too quick or anything, right? Yeah.
I have been so shocked.
You have done.
I have been so shocked because, like I said, like, we've probably done like videos on probably 6 beers, basically.
Yeah.
And I've not had one beer that I was like, this is awful.
I've got her trying a couple IPAs. The next step is the barrel aged stouts.
No.
Yeah, don't say no yet. Don't say no yet.
And you're starting to
well, see, like, you got her like with the pumpkin out here, so you could actually take it like if she thinks this pumpkin ale is one of her top 5, but then if you have her do a blind tasting with that versus 4 other or 3 other pumpkin ales, you won't know what they are. See if it still sticks up to be the top 5.
But listen, since
see if
I
it's still
like 13 years old, my brother, like, bourbon, and like, I'm not a bourbon with, like, I will sniff that stuff even if it's barrel aged. I'm like, sometimes I'll taste a stout or a porter. I'm like, I'll smell. I'm like, I smell bourbon with everything because
she can sniff it out too.
Yeah.
Even when I was drinking wine, I just don't like the woodsy taste, and I feel like bourbon and whiskey are kind of woodsy tasting, and I don't like it. You know.
Well, it's wood. It's from the barrel aging. Yeah, you get the
Yes,
wood and the
and I'm
oakiness
like-
coming through.
See, me, that's kind of what got me liking some of the bourbons was
Yeah.
easily getting into the barrel aged stuff, and then I was like, okay, the bourbon's by itself not so bad now.
Yeah.
So I used to not really care for bourbon much, but now I'm kind of like, okay,
I mean, you can
just because of the
try,
barrel aged stouts.
and
or
I will
whatever.
tell you. I mean, like you
Well,
can.
no, I mean, you gotta, work.
Yeah.
Work
I
into
mean,
it.
I'm okay because sometimes you know better than I know when it comes to that stuff. So
Well, we'll get you into some just basic stouts, and then.
no,
Work
I
into
like
it.
some stouts.
No, I know you do,
Because
but I'm
they're like
saying.
coffee and chocolate. I
But
like that.
Still, you don't drink my time. But I'm just saying, start there, and then we can work
Yeah.
into this a little bit here. and
I'm
there.
just saying we need to be careful
Yeah.
with the bourbon
No, I
and
know.
the barrel.
No,
Yeah.
I know. Trust me, I know.
But JT's having the Old Urban Oktoberfest, which I know is pretty decent because Old Urban, everything I've had from them has always been tasty. Big Daddy's got the Redwood Empire Pipe Dreams Bourbon. Very good. JT's had a pumpkin beer once. Yeah, like Christmas at retail. So yeah, it's too early. Like some of the beers they come out in these styles is way too early. And
Exactly.
Christmas stuff goes up in places, and it's like we haven't even got to Halloween yet. We haven't got to Thanksgiving. Like you start putting
I
like it's
know.
just like yeah.
It's like still 100 degrees out, and all of a sudden here's all the winter coats and everything coming out. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He just collapsed in the corner.
Great Lakes is one of the best breweries in the Midwest. Yeah, Great Lakes is definitely agree with that. Love their core lineup, but some of the IPAs are outstanding. Lake Erie Monster, my favorite. Yes, I need to get actually not Ferocity right now while it's still out because that's the Imperial Red Ale, which is actually good. I do like enjoying that one. That's a good one to pick up if you like that caramel toffee type feel. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, I love some English toffee. Love
Damn,
it.
deep thoughts tonight, Shannon.
Trust me, Aaron. You know this.
It's still early. It's still early. It's still early.
Maybe not that deep.
Trizzy, come on, Big Daddy. You were getting a little deep there. I like Shannon's southern accent. Pumpkin pie. Ha.
Pumpkin pie.
Paul.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
That's hilarious, Big Daddy. That's
Yeah, I like some of that pumpkin pie.
You know what I mean.
Love Great Lakes. There you go. Yeah, Great Lakes is solid. So I do miss not getting some of their beer. I get some of their distribution here now still, but not as much I got when I was in Cincinnati, obviously, because I was, in Ohio or right on the border of Ohio. But you can't go wrong.
Now you're a big city boy.
Well, I mean, Cincinnati was a city. Well, it wasn't a big. I don't know. You consider Cincinnati a big city, or do you consider it a little city? It's a city, but it's like if you think of cities in the U.S., where would you put that? As a mid-size, small, like compact,
Smaller than
full
Baltimore.
size?
Smaller than Baltimore.
I would
Yeah.
say small to
Oh.
mid-size-ish.
It's like if you had to put on a rental car scale, would it be a compact? Would it be a full size? Would it be?
I
Where
don't,
would
think
you
it's,
put?
I don't think it's compact, and I'm not sure it's
Yeah.
full, but
But I would put Cincinnati with Louisville.
well, they are. I mean,
Yeah. I would put them like that. So that's that category. Yeah.
size-wise now they're about the same, even though Louisville
No, but can you think of
takes
a
account of
small?
like 50-mile radius of the city.
Okay, and maybe it's
Not
because
just
we live
downtown,
close. But I'm like, what city would you think would be like like?
See, I look at a Cincinnati like a
What's
Pittsburgh.
a small city? What's a small city? Give me a name of a city that's small.
I would consider Cincinnati and Louisville both.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Louisville.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville isn't huge, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's super small, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's huge.
so
Yeah,
you're
but I would think Nashville a little bit bigger. Like Knoxville, I would think maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Knoxville
or
would be a small city to me.
Memphis.
Yeah, maybe Memphis, depending. So, yeah.
See, you're a big city boy now. You just skipped over.
I mean,
the-
Baltimore's not huge. It's kind of spread around. But like I consider New York or Philadelphia being a big city. LA being a big city.
Yes.
I guess
I think New Orleans I consider like a bigger city. I don't know, JT, if you agree with that there, but I think New Orleans is a big city, how it's spread out. Miami, I consider like a big city or a major
it's
city.
really more about
So
population.
yeah,
right?
you're probably a mid-city guy, which I'd rather be mid-city than small city.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at stuff here, like options here versus Cincinnati, I think you have more options here in Baltimore than you did in Cincinnati for some stuff. Like Cincinnati is like a city hanging on. They try to revitalize some of the area, like with over the Rhine and different, but it's kind of like when we lived in Cincinnati, we first got there, like everything would close down like at 5 o'clock. Like what city closes down at 5 o'clock? Everybody goes home and everything was closing. And then they tried to revitalize it, but they're still having some struggles there.
And COVID made everything, because Walmart down here in not the South, but not the North, they used to be open 24 hours and now they close at like 11 o'clock.
I remember some of the other Walmarts that were 24 and they went to like 11 o'clock too. Yeah.
Everywhere
And
until COVID, and
I'm
COVID
like-
did away with all that.
But then I'm also like, the biggest like companies around here is like UPS, Ford, like they all that's our main
Amazon's pretty big here,
Amazon,
too,
like they all have third shift workers. And I'm like, what, like Waffle House, at least they're still open 24/7.
Yeah.
And because
I mean, you can't close Waffle House down because they'll make no money with all the drunkards in there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the morning.
That's when all the good tips come in because people are drunk. They're like doing all kinds of money for tips. Yeah.
Like, this is the best meal ever. Here, take my money.
oh my god, it is so good.
It is good.
Nothing tastes as good as when you're hammered or shit faced. Yeah. Well, it's funny where we lived at in Kentucky. I don't think you guys ever saw it. There was a McDonald's that was near us. When we first moved there, that was 24 hours.
It was here too until
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
We're in Sellersburg, Indiana, and they still
I say COVID ruined all the 24.
They
except
suck.
Yeah.
Waffle House. They stuck through it all.
they sucked. They sucked. No matter what hour you go to the McDonald's, they always suck. They always screw it up.
What's worse now?
Yeah, it's bad. It's like if I ask Todd to go to McDonald's or go to the pharmacy to pick my prescription up, I get the same text messages. It's like this is bullshit. They're horrible here. Like
No, I think
everybody in Southern Indiana is in this drive-through.
Well, no, I think every work organization makes you go through CVS for their insurance purposes, and it's like every time I go, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, I go to CVS, and it's a
CVS is worse. CVS sucks. Yeah.
They do suck. I agree.
Yeah.
Like
We have no choice because our insurance.
And our company's the same way. Like I used to go to Walgreens. Walgreens was a lot better.
We used to go
Like,
right
yeah.
club and Walgreens bottom, but
Or Kroger. We go to Kroger, and Kroger was a lot easier.
yeah, I think everybody's under the same thing. They're like, I don't want to go CVS, but our insurance makes us. So
But that's
so
the good
everybody's
thing.
there.
That's the good thing because if I compare CVS and McDonald's, like Todd, he's like, this is awful when he goes to CVS, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, come home, I'll go back later or whatever. And he's like, no, I'm already here. I've been sitting here for half an hour.
Yeah.
But then if I ask him to go to McDonald's, he's like, this line is so long. I'm like, well, go to Burger King. It's like across the street, nobody's there.
Yeah, but there's a difference. You have a choice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't have a choice at CVS. I gotta sit there. So
Yeah.
I don't have to sit there. I can go to other 5,000
And you know what else I don't like about CVS?
fast food places.
Is if you're sitting in the drive-thru and you're waiting, their internet, you can't watch TikToks in the drive-thru because the internet connection sucks.
Yeah, the internet it does.
Really? Well, you can turn off. You can turn off your Wi-Fi and then be able to do it, right? Like
Not
I never did that though. Like at CVS,
My Wi-Fi's not on. It still sucks. I don't know if it's just like I don't know
maybe
if
interference or something. Yeah.
it's kind of wooded or something. I don't know what the
Hey.
deal is, but it sucks there.
Okay, I got a question. Todd, Rod, let's see if you can guess what I'm thinking right now.
Oh man, that's just wide open book there. Like, I don't even know.
Okay,
Go-
Got to narrow it down just a little bit.
I
more than
am.
that, but-
in connection, in the category of McDonald's and CVS and this conversation about our issues with it, what would I say about it? If I was sitting in the drive-thru and I was getting upset about the situation.
You was what about CVS? You know, that's first world problems probably.
Yes!
And I'd be like, Shut up, Shannon.
Yeah. There's one problem.
Oh my God, it's taking me so long to get a pill that makes me fall asleep.
And you'd be like, you know how many people can't even get prescriptions in the countries they're in? Well, they're not in my country,
Yes.
goddammit. They're not in my country.
Like, oh, the fast food line's so long. Well, most other places don't even have fast food.
They don't
That's
even
like
have
that's like when you were a kid and you dump food and your mom be like, you know how many kids are starving in Africa? Well, send it to Africa then. I don't want it.
You're right. You're right.
Pack it up.
no
hit
problems.
the UPS store.
I like those. I mean, they're funny, but they're not funny. Like those memes of like the championship shirts of the loser. They go to like wherever, and the kid's like, "Oh, get a new shirt on," even though it's like the loser shirt.
Yeah.
Like somebody likes it. So
Our problems make us uncomfortable.
First
We have
That's true.
uncomfortable situations. We don't actually have problems.
Maybe. We got a lot of dumbasses too, though. So
some do, some yeah, some do.
Hey,
That-
you get to look at the world you want to look at the way you do, and I get to look at the world the way I want to look at it.
I like the way you look at it. You're very optimistic on it. I used to be very optimistic on it, but then it's just like I'm still optimistic, kind of, but it's just like there's just.
In reality,
I'm turning into Red from the '70s show. Like, no, you're just a dumbass.
Hey, and I'm not saying
come on.
I'm not saying there's not dumbasses out there. There are, but like I can't do anything about people being dumbasses because some people might look at me in a situation and be like, "Look at that dumbass," you know. Because sometimes you're driving down the road and somebody's driving crazy, or I'm like, well, maybe that's a new driver, or maybe they got a lot. Maybe their mom's at the hospital dying, or maybe, you know, like
There could be something going on. Yeah. Yeah.
Give them a fucking break. Like, we're just worried about like getting to the place faster than we want to get there. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, maybe something really important. Like, because sometimes shit's going on in my life and I want people to give me a break, you know, so give other people a break, you know?
You get deep again here.
I'm not getting that deep. You want to see me get deep, I can get deep. Let's get that fucking deep.
Oh, yes. Big Daddy loves some Great Lakes. And Nosferatu set me up with my craft beer. If anybody is a red ale fan, you got to get Nosferatu. It's just a fantastic red ale. So
I do love a red ale.
And Aaron said, "Founders." Well, the only thing is, I don't drink Founders. I'll let Shannon and Todd tell you about that.
Next time we see you, we'll talk to you about Founders.
But they've got the beers. But unfortunately, I don't drink any of their stuff now.
Oh, uh-oh.
Aaron's drinking that. Aaron's drinking
Next
Oktoberfest.
time we'll tell him.
Yeah, we'll fill you in next time we see you.
He loves some drunk Waffle House though. Like, who does it? Who does it? Yeah.
Waffle House never gets it
You ever
right.
see the look on their face sometimes when you forget you're a Waffle House and you're like, you guys have pancakes? Like, there's a funny look they give you when you ask them that. I may have gotten that look before, not realizing and just not thinking about it, but it's like,
Pride.
we're a Waffle House.
I've probably asked, are you
And that guy was probably looking at me like, you're a dumbass. We're Waffle House.
I mean, I would be like, hey, listen, I know you're drunk, but I would be like at the table, like, what are you getting? And if somebody at my table is like, I'm gonna get pancakes, I'm like, okay, well, I appreciate that you want pancakes, but we're at the Waffle House, so like, I don't think that's a good idea. But if you want to do it, go ahead and you can learn a lesson tonight.
What are you talking about?
If you go to Waffle, I'm like, because I mean, anytime you
Go to
out,
Waffle House and ask for pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you ever go out with a group of people, I mean, and like you're always like, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? And if like you're at the Waffle House, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get some pancakes. I'm like, hey, I know you probably want some pancakes, but we're at the Waffle House.
I
But
think
I'm
the Waffle
like,
House serves
No,
pancakes.
I wouldn't say that because I wouldn't want them to make them feel stupid. But I'd be like, we're at the Waffle House, and I'm like, if you want pancake, I mean, maybe tonight it'll be special for you and they'll make pancakes, but they might not.
Yeah.
So like I gave you the information that I know, and now you get to make your own.
That's when you say order it and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, what other late night restaurant has like people that cook but also can act as security too? So Only get that at Waffle House.
No, they don't ask. Oh, that's a nitro beer. I love a nitro. No, they don't act. They just fucking try to kill each other.
Oh no, when people fight and stuff, I've seen them catch chairs and stuff and throw them back at people.
The staff does.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah. Hard and down the middle, Todd. It's a nitro. Although don't hopefully overrun your glass.
Can, though, so it's kind of hard to do that. You got to drink the rest of your.
Is it a nitro?
Yeah, it's a nitro can. You can still pour straight down.
But it's in a nitro.
Well, no, but I was like.
But your glass, I would make sure it didn't overrun on you. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Is like we're splitting it, so it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to.
Dude,
I was trying to do this.
need to
There we go.
to sleep. This dog.
Once I got it upside down, it's coming out a little slower. That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it could be.
Yes, a great beer indeed. Yeah, the further south you go, the better the Waffle House. You know what I got to get to at some point when I go south again that I haven't been to yet? It's this damn Buc-ee's. I see these Buc-ee's everywhere. Like, I've never been to the Buc-ee, and I keep seeing Buc-ee's pop up on people's things.
We've been one time.
It smells like bread.
It's an over
Buc-ee's?
huge, truck stop. Well, I mean,
I'm not even ordering anything. I might go in there and just shoot video. Like, I'm at a Buc-ee's for the first time ever. Shoot a video on it.
That's okay. I mean, they got, if you want to go for me, like I do, like, the barbecue stuff. So they got all kinds of like spices and rubs and barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the big popular one?
Yeah, with like 140 gas pumps.
Listen, I'm a chill
She
person.
don't like it. She got anxiety so
That
bad in there.
place
She's like,
gave me an anxiety attack.
Really?
I don't want to go there. And then we were going to Tennessee with a carload of a family, and they were like, let's go to Buc-ee's. And we went in, and I'm like, hey.
She's like, I'll be out in the car. When you're all done, take your time.
Y'all have fun in here. But it was so crowded and so chaotic. Everybody was.
It was too overwhelming for you with everything happening. Like what is going on?
If you want some jerky, they have like 5,000 different types of jerky there.
It was too overstimulating to me.
I kind of liked it, but she was like, I'm out.
If you had to pick out jerky there to pick out hot sauce at Jungle Gyms, that's a full day work right there.
Oh, man.
Jungle Gyms.
If they're in the same parking lot, that'd be like I'm booking a hotel on a Friday night and I'm leaving on Sunday. What are you doing?
That'd be like going to the state fair.
Chaotic.
No. I'm saying if they were in the same parking lot, I'd be like, I'm saying I'm booking a room at the hotel for the weekend.
If you had to pick out a jerky and then go over to Jungle Gyms to get the hot sauce for it, you'd be like, "It's just too much going on today. I'm tired."
And
one thing better than would be a brewery right next to it or in between them. So you go to one, then a brewery, then to the other, and then I'm out. I'm going to bed for 2 days.
Yeah, I'm glad that Buc-ee's is here for people that enjoy Buc-ee's, but I personally do not enjoy Buc-ee's.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff happening. So if you're like an anxious type person, I can see where it'd be too much.
I don't really feel like I'm an anxious person.
But it's just so much.
It was just like
it's kind of like the first time you go to Cheesecake Factory, and you're going through the menu, and you're like, "Do we need all this stuff on the menu?" Because then it's like to make a decision. It's like the first time you go, it's like you want to make sure you make the right decision, right? You got all these different things on the menu. It's like, come on, it's too much. It's too much.
Rod, when we got married in Vegas, that's where we went at Caesar's Casino or whatever. I think it was at Caesar's. We got married at the Tropicana, and then all the people that we were with, we went to Caesar's Casino to the Cheesecake Factory, and that's where we all ate dinner. And I had the orange chicken, which was delicious. And then we went to the Cheesecake Factory in Louisville here recently for my daughter's 18th birthday. And it's like an encyclopedia, the menu is.
Of all the stuff they got, yeah.
Flip.
But I'm like,
what is this?
I'm like, fried chicken or fried fish? Like, I just narrow it down to either one of those. And I had these little fried chicken sliders.
The sliders, yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
And then we spent like $30 on like 2 pieces of cheesecake to take home with us.
Pretty much, yeah. I actually got a birthday cheesecake in the British that I got. We got cheesecake earlier this week, so I got the birthday cheesecake one I like. Good flavor. And I got some ice cream, put the ice cream on it. I eat like half of it one day, half the other, because there's like so many fucking calories in the whole slice. I tried to eat the whole thing at one time.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like, I shouldn't eat all these calories, but if I can get them in, I'm gonna do it. But then, like, the cheesecake is so rich.
Oh, it is rich. It is.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't, like, I'm just like, I'm gonna get sick if I eat this whole piece of cake. Cheap, whatever, pie, whatever we call it. But yes. See, like with Jungle Gyms, like I get overwhelmed like with choices and with people. I'd rather be overwhelmed with choices. Like at Jungle Gyms, there's so many choices. And I don't get I don't get anxiety over it. I just get like, listen, this ain't gonna happen. I'm not ever gonna be able to narrow it down. I'm like, just throw something in the cart. But like at Buc-ee's, I was like, I'm out.
It's too much. Too much.
And I'm too much. So when I say that's too much, then it's too much.
Yeah.
Okay. But, and plus it was all like the clothes and all that stuff. It was just a very like one-sided perspective to thing. It was like cowboy, Republican stuff. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable here. And there's too many people and it's chaos. And I'm like, I don't want to be here.
But they got barbecue. I've seen the barbecue videos they got there. I was like,
and the people I was with,
barbecue was good. And
I'll Texas two-step over.
I was in there for a good 15 minutes and I got me a sandwich and I left.
Yeah.
And
cinnamon glazed pecans.
I'm like, is that brisket you just brought out right there? Let me get some of that brisket.
Brisket sandwich.
I brought her a sandwich.
No, I got a sandwich.
I know. I said
and it tasted like shit.
I brought you the chicken.
Oh, it was no good? You didn't like it?
But I tasted his sandwich, and his sandwich was good.
Yeah, the barbecue. I had the brisket. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it shouldn't exist. I'm just saying it's just not my cup of tea.
Speaking of sandwiches, did Wawa open up yet?
Not yet.
They ain't even started breaking.
Wait, I thought they were doing it like by your mom's house, right?
Yeah, there ain't nothing even in the ground yet.
That's some bullshit right there.
They're actually building one like right down the street from our house too. So they ain't even close to starting that yet. But
that was supposed to be done a while ago, I thought.
I know, that's what I thought too. But it's like, they ain't even started
down here in the not south, in Sellersburg.
The not south, not south, not north.
Not south. But when I first moved here when I was born in 1977, this was the country. And it's still not a city, but there was farms and one stoplight and like 2 fast food restaurants. And now it's like building up and it's getting really busy. And luckily where we live, we kind of live on the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
But now they're like zoning everything and everybody's freaking out.
Well, and Aaron, who's the comment there, Aaron, he lives not far from us. He's right around the corner from us, actually.
Oh, okay. So he's right there too. So first time I heard the dog bark today. First time I heard the dog bark, the puppy bark this night.
He's so cute. Like
He's like trying to get. Did you put him in a box or something? Because he's trying to get out of the box.
He wanted us to pick him up. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's gonna sleep for like 12 hours.
But for Aaron, my favorite beer style is Belgian. Probably I would say more the quads, but I'll do the triples, I'll do the doubles as well. But Belgian style beer is my favorite there. Which is a great question because most people will say, well, what's your favorite beer? You can't really answer your favorite beer. But you can ask about beers, you can ask the style.
No, Aaron was asking the question.
Aaron asked a question on there on the screen.
Oh yeah, but the style, because he doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, most people don't. I know.
Don't be getting all feisty, Shannon. Don't be getting all feisty right now.
I'm fucking with you. It was a joke.
That's how forest fires start.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet,
a place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
She should be like a.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
I mean, that's Gen X. Like, who else had porn commercials back in the day but us? That was our generation back then.
Kind of a buzzkill because I'm like, oh, okay.
She's like, oof.
Yeah.
He's like, now she's like,
no.
Smokey was a perv.
maybe Smokey was shooting blanks because poof.
You-
Oh,
my- Resident Evil, every time you play that, Rod. Yeah.
You know what I love, Rod?
What do you love?
I love all of us laughing together.
It's fun. It's everybody should laugh more in the world, and we'd be a lot better place.
I love hearing people laugh. It makes me laugh more, and it makes it's like endorphins and the dopamine in your chemical.
And what better place than here on Thursday nights?
Yeah. That's the one thing about when we were all get together, like Chase's laugh was so affectionate. Everybody had to start laughing whenever Chase would laugh. Yeah.
Just to hear him laugh, just automatically, it didn't even matter what it was. You just start laughing just because.
Chase's laugh is just like
It was contagious for sure.
one of the best. I'm an old lady, and like his laugh to be my age and hear a sound at my age that made me feel a way that I've not ever felt before. You know, it's just like that's like he's a gift. He's a gift.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yes, he's such a good guy.
Porn commercial. Yeah. Back then in the 70s, that was a Smokey and the Bear commercial they'd actually done. So Gen X, that's how we rolled. By the 80s, we were looking at spring break movies. Like, I got to get to Florida. We're like ninth grade in high school. I got to get to Florida on spring break. Apparently, that's where the place to go. So, yeah.
And everybody else is down there, so you're not going to get any porn because they're.
No, it's just what the movies back then. That's where everybody was hooking up when you're looking in the early 80s. Hard Body. Yeah.
Hard Bodies was.
Did he watch Hard? That's a dumb question.
No. But like I wasn't rich growing
If he was a
up.
guy and you didn't watch Hard Bodies, like,
I watched Ski Patrol. I didn't really care about skiing, but Ski Patrol wasn't about skiing.
right? Yes.
They just had skis.
There's all the happy hours.
But looking back on my childhood, I wasn't rich, but we had HBO. Well,
I was gonna say it was like Rich Diaries.
Wait a minute. If you had HBO, you were doing pretty good for you were doing pretty good for yourself. You had HBO. I'm just saying.
Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks. Bachelor Party with Tom
Bachelor
Hanks.
Party. Yeah, bringing the horse.
Yes.
Red Shoe Diaries. Nobody cared what color your shoes were.
Oh, Red Shoe Diaries. That was yeah.
Nobody cared about that.
Well, remember the night.
I know.
And in the 90s, it was Real Sex that got phased out somewhere too. The 90s was real sex and Girls Going Wild, like all over the place. So yeah.
Oh my God! But Girls Gone Wild wasn't.
I remember those half hours.
You watching the movie at 1:00 in the morning. Here comes the commercial. Girls Going Wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Commercial.
This time we're in Daytona. Blah 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 blah.
You had to pay to get the VCR tapes sent to you. And by then you're like, I already watched the other 40 commercials you had out. And my imagination
Yeah, I don't need to see that now.
already worked the story out. So like
And we had backyard wrestling too. That was coming up. Yeah, the backyard wrestling. And people were like jumping off the roofs of their house and stuff too. You don't remember backyard wrestling? You don't remember the commercials when they had backyard wrestling and they were like literally in somebody's backyard, wrestling, jumping off the roof and yeah.
okay, can I just want to say this. How did we get from Red Shoe Diaries and
These were all things being thrown to us in the 80s and 90s on TV late at night. Yeah.
Genre of it all together.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it'd be like Girls Go Wild commercial, and then it would flip over to backyard wrestling commercial, and it was just like, yeah. There was no rhyme or reason on the shit they would show us back in the day.
Yeah, I thought we were jumping from like girls and corn to backyard wrestling, and I'm like, what?
I mean, that could have happened at one point.
Oh, right. Yeah. It wasn't wrestling, but backyard brawl or whatever it was. What was that guy's name that actually kind of made it to fighting or whatever?
Oh,
He was a big old black dude. He was like,
Kimbo Slice. Kimbo Slice. Yeah.
yeah. I remember him in the back. Well, maybe it was the backyard. It wasn't wrestling. I think
Well, that was I think pre MMA type stuff when they were like the street type fighting. Because he blew up on YouTube.
That was like the bare
stuff
knuckle
like that.
fighting. Yeah, that was bare knuckle before it was bare knuckle was a thing.
Yeah.
Use some water. Oh my God. I am so in love.
Well, I know you are.
I'm gonna go get a beer here. Well, you guys tell them about your beer because you get the left hand. I just saw there too, so you can tell them about the left hand nitro.
Drink your water.
We got this.
You're exhausted.
So this is the left hand pumpkin spice latte nitro, pumpkin ale with spices and coffee.
And yes.
So that when I first I forgot I had it before, but when I first tasted it now, I was thinking, I'm not so sure. But then I was like, I forgot about the coffee. Do you taste any like coffee in it? Because I kind of was thinking it kind of tastes
It
off.
smells like coffee.
No, but it tastes now that you think about it. I'm kind of like, yeah, I can get some of the coffee in it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, are they screwing? Like, if I put it on a label, like I can give you pineapple juice in a can, and if I say coffee, could you like?
That one's definitely got coffee flavors in it for sure.
It does smell like, and it's like a mind fuck because you would never think that would taste like, but it does to me too.
Yeah.
Are you not getting coffee out of it?
No, I am, but I'm like, are they playing with my mind? Because
Mine playing tricks on me, Ghetto Boys.
no, but that's what I'm like. I'm like, if you pour something, if you give like, here's your syllabus, and we're going to talk about 2 + 2 = 4, and then they start talking about something, and it's like, if you didn't tell me 2 + and it might have nothing to do with 2 + 2 = 4, but it's already in your head, so you think that's what it is. I'm like, it don't matter. Let's just move on.
I like the 2 + 2. Well, 1 + 3 = 4 too. So maybe you're looking at it differently, right? Oh, blew her mind.
Yes!
Blew her mind.
There's so many ways to get to the same answer. There's so many ways.
JT said my favorite styles are dark lagers like Schwarzbier, Baltic Porter, Dunkel, Czech dark lager, etc. Which I do like those as well. But I will say my second favorite style has actually now become Rausch beer. It's become my second favorite. It used to be like stouts and IPAs, but Rausch beer is now taking over as my second favorite style. Anything I get from Shankarua, I'm on board.
Joe's video today was Rausch beer.
Did he do Shankarua?
I can't remember which one he did. Now,
There you go.
I was listening to it while I was at work, so I really wasn't so much watching it as I was listening to it. But I don't remember what it was.
I'm like, I'm all about, give me all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
I used to hate these beers, and he's like, now I'm starting to really like them. So
yeah, they are so pleasant of a beer.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my life. In my life, I'm really enjoying them. You might be like, Varsity Blues, I don't want your life, but my life, I enjoy Rausch beer. I don't want your life. Bunny does Hollywood. She's never going back to the farm after Curl Hungus. JT, same here. On the other styles, have first Schwarzbier at a beer festival early this year. Very good. Yeah, Schwarzbiers are very nice. Having that switch up on the malts, that nice dark coffee type feel coming through in a lager. Not backyard wrestling, but I remember catching a syndicated show produced at a gym in Memphis with a lot of classic 70s characters. Jerry Lawler, the gang. It was probably like the offshoot of WCW or something. Like maybe
that's where all the big stars come from, was in Memphis there.
What was it? It was like
now
the Tennessee circuit or something, right?
Yeah,
Rausch beer is awesome.
Valley's taking it all over, so
That German Smart Schwarz beer is a bomb. Yeah, the one I just had, the rot beer. Did I put the review up on that one? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did just put that up last week. St. Curl is one of my favorite breweries at this point. Just to like, they've been doing it for so long. I mean, they're definitely the premier Rouse beer brewery in the world. So I'm like, if I go to Germany, that'd be the brewery I would go to.
I was gonna say it's kind of like if you went it the right way, definitely try theirs for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to. I mean, the only problem is that when you start there, I feel like everything else is going to be low in comparison because they're just so good at it. Yeah.
Like setting the bar so high, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Like 71.
Work your way up to that level.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is so tasty. I mean, I think Paul just did one of their beers too, I believe, PA Brew News. But yeah, I can drink their beers like all day long. Like Bobby Boucher, you can go all day long. Classic movie. I say classic now, but yeah.
Right, yeah, true.
Bobby Boucher. Hey, Jonathan in the house. Cheers. What is going on, Jonathan? Y'all haven't checked out Northern Southerner? Make sure to check him out. We've actually been catching this stuff on TikTok. Jonathan, great guy. We've been kind of messaging back and forth. I need to hook up and do a collab with Jonathan too. But yeah, absolutely awesome. I've had that one too for St. Curla. Love that beer. Love that brewery.
For you, I guess.
What was I going to talk about earlier? Oh yeah, we did forgot about the poll.
Oh, where's the poll? The poll.
77% now. Oktoberfest, 23% pumpkin. People aren't ready for pumpkin. It's too soon. Too soon. Way too soon. So Team Oktoberfest is still winning.
I mean, I don't even Oktoberfest is better anyway.
Yeah. But I was going to talk about this earlier. I made mention of it earlier. I'll probably have a video about this as well at some point here, probably shortly next week or so.
What?
But when you see this word out there, folks, when you see this word out there, I'm probably going to have a little video about it. I'm just saying, try to learn your beer words so you can pronounce it correctly.
You're a snob.
I'm not a snob. I'm trying to educate, Shannon. This is education. This is beer education.
That's right.
A lot of people will say Marzen. I've even seen head brewers say Marzen. It's not. It's Mertzen. It's just teaching. It's not wort. It's wort. Like if you're talking about making a beer, there's different things you just want to learn as part of the vocabulary if you're going to be talking, and it makes you just that much more better when you're actually communicating.
Talking about if they you know what they're talking about. They're trying to learn. So
right. So this is to help people learn. When you see it's not Marzen, it's Mertzen. That's the actual pronunciation of it. So
M-A-R.
just like it's not wit beer, it's really vit beer. It's a difference. Mertzen, not Marzen. Mertzen. Mertzen.
Mercen. Like a mercenary. Mercen.
Not mercenary. Like well, you got the you got the like Mertzen. Mertzen. Yeah.
It's more like M-E-R than M-A, whatever the.
So it's
like the AR. The AR is like the AR is like not R. Yeah, Mertzen.
And for her to say like
that's what the two dots above the A, Shannon. The two dots above the A.
I'm out.
But that's just part of the education process. Shannon's like, are you gonna still think anything different on me if I keep saying Mars? Like, no, it's all about educated. It's all about educated. So
just put the beer
it doesn't bother when actually people like you don't really do it as much. But when I see like a person that does it that works for the brewery, that's when it's like, dude, you're like. You brew these. You should really know how to pronounce it. You know, when you talk about it. You're going to get on the video and talk about your new Mertzen. You should be able to pronounce it the right way. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Then also upcoming new Spotlight live streams. I'm back doing the Spotlight. So tomorrow night, 8:00 Eastern, Shane's Craft Beer Reviews or Shane's Craft Beer Review will be my guest. So we'll have Shane on here to actually talk about his channel.
8:00?
8:00 tomorrow. It's kind of like international weekend because on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will actually have Dutch Beer Geek on to talk about his channel. He's over in the Netherlands. So we'll be actually talking about the stuff that he's doing on his channel. Another great channel people should be checking out. Didn't get on the list this last time. I need to get on the list the next one I actually do at some point. But Been doing it for a while. Always has some great beers. He actually does his videos where he'll do some in English and he does some like in the Netherlands language too, which is kind of cool. So we'll be doing that on Sunday at 3. So upcoming for stuff this weekend because it's Labor Day weekend and we're off Monday. So any
Todd's
festivities you guys have planned for Labor Day weekend?
Todd's birthday is Sunday.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Todd! Todd's birthday Sunday. Happy birthday! So you got some.
Rod.
You got some festivities for your birthday, right? Like,
sure. I don't know. I don't think so.
I got him something.
She said to wait till Friday, not tomorrow, but next week. So
I got him something. It's an event that I'm going to take him to, but it's not going to be until the next Friday.
But we're probably going to go hit some breweries up Sunday, though.
We will do whatever you want to because it's your birthday.
Damn right.
Yes.
It's his birthday. So that'll be awesome. Well, happy birthday upcoming to you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Now he's gonna be 50 next year, and I'm gonna have to do something good for him. Was it your 40th birthday when I got all the flamingos in the front yard?
It was.
I did. You know, you can you can hire a company and they put all these when you're asleep in the middle of the night.
Here and
yes, I got dinosaurs. In the middle of the night, they'll come in your yard and they'll put up all these signs, a bunch of dinosaurs in your front yard. And so for his 40th birthday, this company came up. I hired him and they put a bunch of little dinosaurs.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And it said, "Old Fossil lives here. Todd's 40th birthday," with a sign. And so he woke up and went to work, and there's a bunch of dinosaurs in our front yard.
Yeah, because that's the way you want to start out when you wake up in the morning. You're like,
yeah.
Bitch.
Oh, so how old are you?
Wake up and it'd be just a dream, but now reality set in. I was like, okay.
Bunch of dinosaurs were in our front yard the next day.
Fair enough.
How old are you going to be Sunday?
49.
49. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
It's also my mom's birthday too, so.
On Sunday? You guys had the same birthday?
Yeah, we got
that's pretty cool. We'll definitely tell her I said happy birthday.
Should I say? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be 75, I think.
His mom is the hottest 75-year-old you will ever meet.
Because my brother will be 50.
He's 10 years older than me. So
he'll be 57 this year, right?
Yes, because she's
18 years older than him. So
Math.
75, I think. It should be 75.
Oh, my God.
Well, we got to give it a shout out for Peggy. Tell her I said happy birthday when you talk to her. She's going to make it in tonight.
Never chimes
She might be watching. She might be watching in the background. If you are Peggy, happy birthday to you.
I'm like.
But I'll tell her, though, just in case.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I just want and he wouldn't go to sleep, and now look at it.
Aaron, I try to bring the education. That's what it's all supposed to be about. This whole channel was about learning about beer in a fun and educational way.
Right.
It was about having fun doing it. That's what I try to do. So, I'll probably do a little video about that just because, people are going to go to beer fest and stuff, trying to help people out. Not trying to be a prude like Shannon thinks I am. I'm just trying to spread knowledge.
Really, Rod? Really? Really?
If I haven't been drinking, I can't even pronounce my name properly, let alone a beer. Right, Jonathan? Getting a little tankard over there in the UK, my friend.
Oh, my God. This dog.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, here you go. This is what I was trying to find.
Oh shit!
So this is what she did on my 40th birthday.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Had all the dinosaurs in the yard. This is an old fossil lives here. Happy 40th.
Yeah.
JT said it.
Oh. When you
JT.
were,
10 years ago.
When you were 40, I was what? God, I don't even remember being in my 30s. I was like
37.
37.
Or 8, whatever.
JT said it's a lost cause, Rod. It's like trying to teach a Chicago native the proper pronunciation of He has Goethe, but then he says it's Goethe. So not Goethe, but Goethe.
Oh.
But I
How do
see
you
the
get
same
Goethe
thing.
out of that?
That one, I'm not sure how that term was made on that there. Unless that was supposed to be maybe that was supposed to be the word, and maybe the other word was a typo.
I feel like it was just a bunch of drunk dudes like,
Yeah.
Goethe. Like, yes, that's what we're going with. We're going to do that. Here we go.
Well, it's like Goza is another one. I see people mispronounce that all the time.
Yeah.
I see Goose. What is she? What is wrong with her? She's just like feisty right
I
now.
can only learn one thing a night.
She's feisty tonight for sure. What is going on? You like learning, apparently not.
I'm trying to, but give me some fucking room.
Well, here, take notes.
You got your notebook.
She's too much.
Give her a gummy so she can chill. But yeah. So I was thinking about doing that anyway for some different videos and stuff like that to try to do some stuff. So
Should be like this. You should label your video. This is how you pronounce the salty beer.
Goza.
Goza.
Not goose, not ghost. Goza. Yeah.
Do that. Goza.
Yeah. See, you already got it.
People say it wrong, like goes.
Because it's spelled that.
There's a Goza, but there's also a Guse, which is Geuze, another style.
God, how about
It's like you had me right there, but then you lost me again. It's just all.
I'm not really worried about
Big old explosion.
pseudo stew. You know, there's.
Well, it's like you remember that brewery, like people, they would call it Uinta, UINTA, out of Utah. You remember those? Do you remember those any beers from you had from them, Todd? Or
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's like the actual name is Uinta.
Yeah.
But people are like, can I get a Uinta? Like, it's actually it's like named after a Native American tribe, but people just don't know that stuff. So I figured providing some videos, kind of highlighting the way to pronounce stuff, would be helpful for people.
You know what that reminds me
But
of?
Chad is like, get off my back, man. Leave me alone. Why are you dogging me?
What is the company?
It's like she's Spigoli in Fast Times there.
Right. You remember that like company that had the infomercials about how like to teach you to speak different languages?
Oh, that was oh shit, what company was that? Like, no, it was a language thing.
It's a Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone, yeah.
I was gonna say Hooked Phonics.
Yeah, so Rod's gonna make his own YouTube Rosetta Stone
Hooked
video.
Phonics. I remember that.
There you go.
It's not actually pronounced Rosetta Stone.
What was that game what was that little toy out when we were kids, Speak and Spell, that people would actually learn it, type the word in, and it would speak it, and you would learn how to speak it and spell it.
Is robotic voice like
Yeah.
Like what?
Which is funny now because some of these AI videos are like the robotic voice when you hear them do stuff. Yeah.
Been ripped away from all of his little his brothers and sisters and his mom. And look, I'm giving
I
him
hear his mom. So
I'm giving him comfort. He's like not even missing him.
Is he asleep now?
Yes, he's snuggling.
he's been awake since like 7 o'clock this morning. So
But I mean, my tits is probably like 2 of his like one is his two brothers.
like 3 of the siblings.
Yeah.
He's gonna grow up a Coors Light fan, head into the mountains. New nickname, Beer Brevity Ross. There you go. It's all about spreading the knowledge. That's all. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe was a German writer circa 1750 to 1830. He wrote Faust and Prometheus. Prometheus. Okay.
There's knowledge for you right there.
Hey, Rod.
Well, JT and Liz both got so much knowledge.
I know, that's for sure.
I love it. I love, which doesn't feel like it tonight, but I love to be around people that know more than me. I do,
Yeah.
because I love that.
They always say like if you're the smartest person in the room, you need another room.
Yes.
So you should always try to build to.
How boring would it be if you were the smartest person in the room? How boring would it be?
Sometimes I tell you, some days at work.
Oh my God.
So some days at work, oof, it was like, do you not understand how to do the job? Like, what is? Yeah, I bite my tongue. I bite my tongue on various times. Like,
Hear me right? That's why I'm always so bored all the time.
yeah, so that's why I like to work alone. I'll never go back to the office after being remote. Never, ever. Like, no. I remember when
I wish I was remote for sure.
I mean, before like 2020 even hit, like I told people I work with, I was like, if I could ever like just be on an island, I would just do that. Wouldn't even be. They're like, oh no, you're too much of a people person. I'm like, shit, test me.
Yeah.
COVID came along, I was like, peace out. Shoot me a message because I ain't coming back.
Right at the start, I had to work from home 3 days a week. I was like, yes, be a permanent.
Yeah. It's like there's no need to actually for a lot of jobs that people do nowadays. I mean, depending if it's a hands-on type thing, there's a lot of jobs you don't need to be in the office for.
Right.
No, and a lot of times they're wasting their money by renting space out or buying a space to bring their employees into that space.
Yeah. I mean, think about how many meetings you've probably been in. It's like, you know what? You could have shot me a PowerPoint on this. There's no need for us to all be in here like this. Like,
exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the sign of high intelligence.
Oh, well, you know. I don't know about that, but thanks. I think. If I don't know if that's
next weekend, National Beer Lovers Day on September 7th, by the way. We'll have a show before then next Thursday, but just to get it out there so you're stocked and ready to rock and roll next Saturday.
6th is where Todd's birthday is going to be. I said, don't make any plans on September 6th.
There you go. Don't make any plans.
So
clear the runway.
Also, the German American Club in Louisville has their Oktoberfest also.
Yeah. You guys never went to Cincinnati. You guys
it's going to be like a good temperature, so you guys will have fun.
It's Friday and Saturday. But,
you guys never went to Cincinnati for Oktoberfest, have you?
No, but
you guys should do it.
What did you say? It was the second in the world?
Second biggest in the world.
Yeah. Listen.
And they get the wiener dog races. Shiny, you like that because you like the dogs. They get the wiener dog races on a Friday.
Yeah, but they should be able to live their lives and not be entertainment for humans.
Well, they are living their life.
I can't win with this lady tonight. I'm just saying.
Right, when is that different any other night? Why is that any different? But tonight for sure is even worse.
It's even worse tonight. She's all fired up.
Live their life. Why they got to race for us to make
they get pampered and stuff, I'm sure. It's like the horses that run the Derby.
Oh yeah, they're pampered. They're not drugged. They don't have sponges snuffed up, pushed up their nostrils. Oh yeah, they live the best life ever. They're not here for a human man to make money. They have the best life ever. Oh my God, that was Derby horse.
Rob, what other topic do you have that she can just shoot down real quick? Just go ahead. Just shoot them off right now. She'll just shoot them down one by one like a...
Oh my goodness,
God, I wish I could find a little bitty man.
Next thing you should be sitting there going, pull, boom, and just shoot them up. Shoot them right up here.
Somebody give me Pete on the line. I think I have their new spokesperson.
Yeah. Find a little bitty man with a leather belt that could whoop my ass and put goggles on me and put me in a cage and say, "Run, bitch, run."
Oh, well, you're lucky.
I mean, there may be actually some women that do that.
You're luck.
Oh my God, I wish I was a Derby horse. I wish I lived the best life ever.
They do get to stud after they do it, so I mean, I don't know. It's like eat hay and have sex.
Yeah, that's the stud. No. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to sneak out of the house and I'm going to find the biggest horse farm in Lexington.
You're going to let them go.
You're going to walk that far?
No, I'm going to drive because I got a car. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be like,
She's gonna Uber.
first
She's
I'm
gonna
gonna
Uber.
steal-
So now you're advocating drinking and
Now you're gonna
driving.
be a horse thief. You're gonna be a horse thief.
I am
You
gonna
trying?
be
You trying to get a spot on Yellowstone for next season?
no.
Oh, for sure, yes. She's gonna take over for Beth.
Which Yellowstone is back in November, by the way.
It is, but
Although it is Costner's last run.
it's the last season of Yellowstone.
Is it the last one? I think they got a spinoff
Yes.
maybe or something.
Well, there's like 5 million spinoffs.
Yeah.
But like old cocky boy that wrote them all, he's got in too deep, and I can't.
Oh, he had too many shows going. He had too many going.
Can't stand that fucker. I hate him.
Taylor Sheridan trying to take over Hollywood is too much.
He is like the incel that
Yeah.
he went to high school with.
But you realize the last episode of Yellowstone, when they're all going down to Texas,
Yeah.
was the first time Tater got to kiss her boyfriend on thing. And I think it was because they were trying not to get people upset with her kissing the black guy. That was the first episode they ever kissed on this show.
Oh my God, are we in the 1950s? Oh my God, I'm so offended.
In some states, yeah, we are.
Oh my God.
but did you
We're
realize?
so progressive. We're so Taylor Sheridan is so progressive. He made a black man and a white woman kiss on the show. Oh, he's so progressive.
I can't win with her tonight. No, but I'm saying I don't think there was ever an episode where they actually because you have other episodes where everybody else kissed, but it was the first time they actually kissed. If you go back and watch the episodes, that's the first time they all the time during the season. Yeah, and I think that was no, because they have a really strong red base of fans, and I think it was kind of like trying to put it off.
Right. And this is, I try not to feel like I'm, like you were talking about the way you pronounce things and shit. And I'm like, I try not to be like, oh my God, I'm so much more like open-minded than so many people. But I'm like, why is that even a fucking thing? You know, like why is
I don't know. That's one of the things you notice.
I mean, and maybe it's because I'm a white woman and you know, maybe that I don't like it's
maybe that could be it. That could be it.
Maybe I'm like, maybe I'm blinded to that kind of thing.
It's an observation I had when I watched the show because I've seen all the episodes. It was the first time they actually had them kiss on the show.
Are you talking about Teeter and when Teeter pronounced the word and then the black
when she runs at the car and everything before they leave
Fuck Taylor, but Taylor Sheridan, I could totally see.
I'm not saying it was because of Taylor Sheridan. I'm saying they have a fan base.
Because of Taylor Sheridan.
Well, he wrote it.
He wrote it into it, but I'm saying it was the first time you see that there, and I wonder sometimes if it was because they have a heavy GOP base of fans that watch it. I don't know, and I have friends that are GOP. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're all racial there. I'm just saying I think they kind of walk that line possibly. So it's kind of interesting. I'm just saying it's kind of interesting they finally put that in there because when they had this whole relationship, you never seen them actually kiss or anything like that, right? So it was the first time.
Rod, that's the thing. Like I never looked at it that way because I'm a white woman or whatever. But now that you say that, I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just an observation I had when I watched it. And I was like, that's the first time they actually had them kiss on here. Which you have other shows where it happens. It's just it was the first time on that show, but I know the demographics of their base of fans, and I was wondering if that might have been something where they kind of.
I totally see your thought process in that. Totally see that. Yes, and I mean, but Taylor Sheridan has dug his own grave. Like he's had some really good shows, but he's doing too much and he's slacking like all these really good shows and things.
It's tough to keep them all going because he had such good success off the bat with them.
Concentrated on one or two and left it at that.
Totally stretched itself
Yeah.
And he's always like on a whore, and he always plays a cocky son of a bitch when he does show up on the screen. I can't stand that fucker.
I mean, his shows are pretty good though. I'd give him that. Like, he writes some good stuff. But...
Yeah, but he's writing too many, and
well, no, I'm not. I'm just.
And I know, like Tulsa King is a good show, but if you look back to he's losing his like.
Yeah.
It's getting diluted.
Well,
the more and more he does, it's getting diluted.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they got YouTube recommended, so they're putting a lot more commercials, I think, in between. But it doesn't tell you when it's going to happen.
I know Vanessa was saying
Good thing.
was popping up all the time on her.
Yeah, but I mean that's how they get the revenue built up here. So, I mean, it's good. It's good in one way because obviously there's like, hey, we got enough people watching, we would keep putting some ads on your stuff. But at the same point, I don't want people to get burned out on them either.
You're right. Yeah.
Will we get
ads that pop up during our show here?
Yeah. There's a lot of commercials.
But you know what I think is smart about the ads?
Just watch it.
But you know what I do appreciate about commercials now is they're like, they put a countdown. It's like you got 5, 10.
Oh, you can skip it after a point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my God. And then you can pull your phone out. Like, I got 10 seconds to watch TikTok. And so you're like, and then you can get back to the show.
That's most of the streaming stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, if they pop up, yeah, you could definitely skip them there. So here's something doctors have discovered that just 1 pint of beer a day raises the risk of an agonizing Victorian illness. Gout. Remember gout? Gout goes back to the Victorian age. Gout used to be the rich king's disease because a lot of your rich kings, they ate all the red meat and stuff like that and everything. But yeah, and it's actually higher in women, they say, than men now. They're finding out. So as one has I've dealt with gout at time to time. You definitely want to make sure you know your moderation and just be careful on what you're drinking out there. But if you never had it, it's kind of like if you ever wonder why players can't play with turf toe, get gout and you'll understand why.
My cousin used to get gout all the time. But I was going to say, I'll tell you, I don't drink a pint of beer a day.
Yeah.
Does it make up for it if you drink 5 or 6 in a day for the other days that you don't?
It could catch up to you because I didn't have anything. I think when we got back from Canada from some of the stuff, and I had a few stuff here. I think I did pick it up a little bit, but I know how to actually get through it and take the pain medication stuff ahead of time, like ibuprofen and all that kind of stuff. But if you do a bunch of it, it can't catch up with you.
Yeah, knock on wood, I've not had it, so
yeah.
Yes. Sleep. Go to
But
sleep.
it's like bad turf toe. But I'm like,
uric acid build up in your joints, and you got to take allopurinol.
That's right. As Nurse Shannon just explained right there. Yeah.
Nurse Shannon to the rescue.
Yeah. So if you're drinking a lot of beer out there, just be careful because no fun getting through it. I mean, it's not hard to get through, but you definitely have to cut off drinking for a little bit of time. And you can do like stuff like take cherry. You can eat cherries, and there's some different things you could do to better your diet.
You can have a cherry tart stout. Does that count?
I don't think that'll actually count there because of the stout part, but yeah. But I like it. It's kind of like
anyway, just in case.
It's like you sit up at breakfast at work, and they're like, "You got a beer in your hand?" No, I have a breakfast stout. Breakfast is in the title, so technically it's not beer. It's breakfast stout, and we're having breakfast.
Exactly. I mean, can't disagree with that.
Right? And then over in the UK, Guinness 0.0 became the UK's #1 non-alcoholic beer, which I have not had a Guinness 0 yet. So I may check that one out just to see what that tastes like. But for those of you that are looking at trying some non-alcoholic beer, just kind of see what it's like, down in the description, I do have a couple links. I'm actually an ambassador now with Go Brewing and also with Athletic Brewing. And down in the description are links where you can get discounts to try it out for yourself if you're looking for non-alcoholic beer to give a try to. And then in Ontario, we're not in Ontario anymore, but it would have been nice if it would happen when we were up there. But Ontario, they can now get beer and wine sales at convenience stores starting next week. So for Shane and all the guys up in that area, Chris, They got to be happy because if LCBO closes again, they can now go to a convenience store to get beer. There you go.
Oh, that smells like it's got bourbon in it.
No, it doesn't.
Dr.
Whiskey?
Todd and Nurse Shannon. There you go. Only when they role play.
No, we're more creative than
I
that.
should say.
September 7th. Is that a bonus show day? It keeps popping up. I mean,
I do smell the cherries now. Is it like a chocolate covered cherry?
It's just a stout with tart cherries.
I wasn't thinking about doing a show on the 7th, but it is National Beer Lover Day. I don't know. We'll just see. The 7th is hard. It's a Saturday, and Saturdays now are college football days. We get the college football games on. I have to see who's playing that day. But who knows? Maybe that night. Maybe we do something. Maybe. I feel like National Beer Lovers Days, you should have something going on. So we'll see.
Yeah, something.
Every day's a fucking something national, international day, though. Like, I feel like I bet if we looked September 6th or September 10th, that we could find a day that has to do with beer.
I don't know that many. I don't know that many days.
Bet me. Bet. I'll put it out on the internet.
I don't believe it's that many days, but there's always something on some type of day for something. You're just feisty tonight. I don't know if it's the craft beer or the puppy or what, but you're definitely feisty.
I am. I thought I was always feisty.
4 or 5 before, maybe. I'm not sure.
Hey.
So when's the launch date for the channel? That's the question.
3 weeks ago.
Just do it. You got the channel. Just release the first video.
That's what I said. She's got the stuff. I'm ready to take it over and just
take it
do
over. Here.
Just do it. People are waiting to see the new channel. You got the backdrop. You got a nice little setup there. Everything is ready to rock and roll.
Right today at work, I texted her. I was like, "Go ahead and just do the,
Yeah,
and just launch it. We got the stuff.
Just launch it."
But she's got her channel unlocked, so nobody can subscribe. Even though we have nothing out there.
You can get in there.
I can, but nobody else can.
Well, then you release it.
I can't.
Who's in charge of it? Shannon's in charge of it, right?
I don't have the video.
Oh, yeah. Put it on CapCut. You know what? I'm just going to release it all, and it's going to be a big old shit show.
Just do it. Just do it.
I'm going to release like the last 20 videos we've recorded.
Just do it. Get your feet wet. Jump in the pool. You can't wait into the pool. You got to jump in. It's always better to jump right in. Cannonball.
You know,
exactly.
right.
Jackknife. There you go.
Ooh, watch this.
Rod, let me tell you something about me.
Let me tell you something. That's like Fire Marshal Bill back in the day. Remember that? Jim Carrey. Let me tell you something.
A lot of people it's it's not a favorite thing about me, but you cannot peer pressure me.
I'm not peer pressuring you. I'm just saying to do it.
I'm the peer pressure. I talk people.
You're the peer pressurer.
I pressure people. I mean, I don't mean to. I'm just more like a motivational speaker to people, and they're just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it." But like people say, "Do this, do." I'm like, "No, I'll do it when I want to."
Well, you're a motivational speaker. Then do it, Miss Tony Robbins. Get it done.
It'll be done by Sunday, if not tomorrow night.
Do it.
Like
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator. What are you waiting for? Do it. I'm right here. Do it.
No. Okay.
Do it.
So do you see this?
All right.
Rod, I think I might have told you this like last week. I set these lights up down here and we walked down to the basement, and I was like, Todd, look, it looks like I'm like, go sit over there and make your
hostage situation.
Your hostage.
See? Aaron's like, release it. He's like, release it.
I know, right?
I mean, I will when I fucking want to.
Which is never.
A bullshit?
Bullshit.
Exactly, yes. Dude, that's double. You got that twice. You got that one twice.
No, so Rod, one of the things was one of the first videos we did. Todd was like, he was like talking about the beer. He was like giving all the information, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, it tastes good. And he's like, and I'm like, well, I don't. I'm like, I don't really feel like I'm contributing that much to the video, so I'm like, let me grab the beer and give the information because you have more.
It was downhill from there.
I'm like, you have more. Like, I'm not like.
I was just trying to get the view to know what the beer was, and she was like, let's do something else. And all of a sudden, it was all about everything but the beer. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So some of the
that's
videos
good.
Put out, but
But we do try to keep it under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about the time. As long as you're having fun telling the story, people will hang in there and watch it.
Both like to release. If you want to cut it or whatever, add the intro, whatever you want to do.
Because I was like, I come out and I'm like, hey, Todd. He's like, because he was like, when he was like, hey, like, you're exhausted. Go to sleep. Listen, I can't be here all the time for you. Oh, but you probably miss your mommy and your little puppy mate. You're having a hard time. Come here.
Hey, we're still live right now, by the way. We're still live.
But I was like, he was doing that. He was like, hey, I'm Todd. I'm Shannon. I'm like,
yeah.
I get up. I'm like, hey, Todd. And he's like, hey, Shannon.
Yeah, we should cut that out for sure, though.
What part?
Hey, Todd. Hey, Shannon. Like, y'all know each other.
Cut that out. I'd say we should cut that out.
I was like,
no, I'm not saying that video. I'm saying from now on, like, we should just cut that out.
Yeah, because we don't have to enter it. Let's just,
no, you just say this is what's your beer, then let's just go on with it.
Yeah.
Like nobody needs to know
I was like,
names.
you want a beer? I'm like, look at this beer. It's sitting right here. It's like, look at this. I'm like,
No, you put your names in the description. This, Todd and Shannon, Sharon, blah blah blah. You could do that in the description.
Yeah.
Or you can have a subtitle on top. It's up to you, but
You're right.
We'll figure it out or we won't.
But you know what you need to do is release it so you can figure it out, because then people will tell you, they'll give you feedback.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what everybody from the Niagara group's like, where's the channel? Where's your video? I'm like,
Speedway Stout is very good, Aaron, by the way. Yeah. I almost got the L. Smith's Vietnamese coffee stout the other day. Should have got it. That's really good. Yeah.
I ain't had that in years.
This beer, like, I'm trying not to drink so much. And Jesus fucking Christ, Todd, you keep giving me all these beers that are like,
what? That is weird. Big Daddy said the last commercial bounced me off your channel, and it was for your channel. That is weird. I had no idea how that happens.
Another vape. That tastes like a chocolate covered cherry.
So the ABV on that one, I think, would be
9.
But you like that one then, Shannon?
I love it. What is it?
12.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna die liver.
It's a session ale. It's a session ale.
It's a session ale, yeah, session.
Hey,
session
Rod,
beers.
I'm gonna die of liver failure if I keep hanging out with Todd.
Did you hear that?
No, you'll be all right. You're the nurse. You know the medical stuff you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be my fault. It's gonna be your fault, not mine.
Yeah, what she said. Yeah. 12%.
No, I bought these. You know how much I paid for these? I bought them on a discount at one of the liquor stores. They have like closed out beers. I was thinking 12%. It doesn't matter how old they are. I bought a case of those for $15.99.
A case?
A case.
How many is a case?
24.
24.
You got 24
Rod J deal.
That's a Rod J deal.
of these beers?
For a 16-ounce can for that amount, shit.
12%? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sitting on your beer. On you. Listen, he's trying to kill me. We're gonna be on. He's trying to kill me.
That's a good deal right there. That's
As I said, that's a Rod J deal plus. See, I learned a little something, Rod. I learned a little something.
I try to teach what I can. Shannon doesn't like when I do it. I try to teach what I can, but that's a hawk to a spit on that thing right there.
God. Jesus, Todd. I can't.
Take your time on it.
This is my new Rod J Deal song right there.
I like it.
Whenever Rod J Deal comes through.
Oh my God.
No one knows who the brewery is, so there's no demand. They don't know who L. Smith is. That is crazy. Or they don't know for the one that Todd got. They don't know who the brewery is. That's stupid. That's a crazy, stupid deal.
Right.
Aaron's, I'm shopping with Todd from now on. Todd's learned. Find those deals out there.
Aaron, I'll take you with me next time when they post what they got, because they have all kinds of closeout deals all the time.
Yeah. Maybe they say, hey, you guys are launching a channel. We know you were Rod J, so we'll give you a deal right now.
No, not with because they were 12%. I was like,
no.
Jeez.
No, Todd.
$15.
I'm just getting into it. Like,
I know. I've drank through most of them, but we still got.
Well, you're more like advanced. Like 7% is a lot for me.
I know. But
You getting there?
I was just wanting to taste it. I'll check the rest of it.
Right. Definitely a deal. Yeah.
Whew. Look.
Well, it's like Aaron, when Todd came up before, when I lived in Kentucky, I took him to the one spot we were talking about earlier. He ended up getting like a magnum of Duvel. I forgot what Belgian Ale was. It was like $5.99 or something like that. And he's like, is that like, again, that's how it always is. It's crazy. So
that was like, how was that 1 point something liters or something? What was
that was like a 25. Well, was it? I don't know if it was over a liter, was it? I was thinking like a 25 ounce or something.
I don't know. It was big though.
I mean, it was huge for like $5. It was just like, yeah. And I was getting cases of beer there for like $13 at times. So yeah.
Is that the Party Source? Was it the Party
No,
Source?
that was that's one that's owned by a liquor bar now. That was a different one. Yeah. But that's where I got one. I went there one time and I got a case of Guinness Foreign Extra Stout for $12.99. That's when I had the first time. It was like, I'll give it a try. $12.99 for a case. Oh, they were so good.
Oh, now you're talking Vanessa's language, Jerry.
Yeah.
Pour out.
Yeah. That's what I always say. You always got to have different stores in your repertoire. Have different stores when you know when stuff are happening, so you can get the pricing of the market. You know when some stores are screwing you, when some stores aren't. Is the puppy still awake or is falling asleep now?
He won't go to sleep for nothing.
He's probably excited. He's probably excited with you guys down there now.
Well, that's probably true. Yeah.
But like
he's tired. He's kind of like his ass.
Yeah. So where you put him down there is where he goes to sleep at usually. Like is that like his bed?
Yeah, this is on our second night with him.
Oh, okay. Where'd you sleep at last night? Did you sleep?
She slept on the couch with the
tub. A big Rubbermaid tub with him.
Okay.
Because Todd had to work today and he's got to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna sleep on the couch again tonight and put him in the Rubbermaid tub right next to me. So if he starts whining, I'll just put my hand in there and right back to sleep. And like he's probably gonna sleep longer than me tonight.
It smells like bacon.
It does. It smells like barbecue ribs. I got these. I went and took.
Here, I want some of that.
How do the other dogs adjusting to him?
Oh, it's not good.
One doesn't care. He's kind of like it's a male dog, and he's kind of like the mother hen. She growls at him She growls at him.
She's pissed.
Yeah, she don't like.
She's pissed.
Yeah, she's the other two. So
because the older one kind of took. Like Blake is like the other one. He's like the fun police. He's guarding to make sure nothing bad happens.
Yeah,
and so he's like on guard, making sure like Hazel growls. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna bust this fun up. I'm gonna bust this up."
We ain't got this.
And then this little dog, Blake, looks like his mom, and so like if Blake comes around,
Checks on her, make sure everything's good.
The puppy goes like, "Oh, he's got milk. He's got big titties. I can suck on the milk." And then he tries to get up in, and Blake's like, "I got a penis. That's all I got. I don't have any balls because they took this away from me too." And he's like, "Hey, give me some space." But also, those dogs I give so much attention to, they're having a hard time adjusting because I'm giving my attention to.
Yes.
They're having a really hard time.
That's your
fault. Yeah.
No, but I'm still giving them attention.
Well, I know, but not like you did.
Yeah, the pumpkin beers are not doing well tonight there.
That's for sure. I think that's the norm in general.
77-23. Oh my God, that guy had a leg big enough to drive a Mack truck through. North Dakota State trying to come back against Colorado. Buffalo guy in the house. What is up? Cheers, my friend. Make sure y'all checking out Buffalo. He's got the Oktoberfest rocking right now with the Yingling Oktoberfest.
I've not
Do what?
I
haven't done the Yingling Oktoberfest yet either.
I don't think I have either, to be honest. Like I saw it today and I was thinking, I don't think I've had that. And I thought about getting it and I didn't.
I'd definitely give it a shot.
Please, love you so much.
Only pumpkin beer like Pumpkin by Southern Tier Classic. Yeah, Pumpkin is solid. I'm more of a stout person in that regard, so I like Warlock. If you haven't had Warlock, I would say check that out. That's the pumpkin stout version from Southern
honestly,
Tier.
You can't go wrong with either one of those.
Can't go wrong with either one. Like I said, I gotta get that. Listen, I gotta get that Rum Barrel King, the Rum Pumpkin King. I want to get from Southern Tier. So I'll probably pick that up here at some point.
Have you never had it, Ron?
I've never done the Rum Barrel.
You're in for a treat there. That's so good.
Yeah,
I've only had it one time, and I've not seen it since. So
yeah, without a doubt, stouts are definitely good. And like I said, the Warlock is their stout with pumpkin, which is pretty solid from them. Good look for Warlock. Yeah, I like the Warlock. I like that over Pumpkin, but it's a preference thing.
And if you go out and buy them both, Aaron, like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Because that's where it's at right there.
Yeah, if you do a mix with the two, it's actually a pretty decent one as well. I'm surprised that they don't have I don't know how they would do it that way, like a hybrid type version. But if you go to their brewery, they probably would do a mix there.
You think about how they would come out with okay, got the Warlock, got the Pumpkin, and here's both, whatever they want to call it, War King or whatever. I don't know whatever they want to call it.
They do a video with one of the pumpkin beers paired with pumpkin pie. I've never done a video where I pair it with pumpkin pie just to kind of see how it goes down.
I haven't either, actually.
That would be something. I need to do some more pairing videos on the channel.
I'm kind of why have I done that before, but I never have.
Yeah. Like the Oktoberfest beers, pairing them with some of the sausages or something like that and everything would be pretty good.
I know why I haven't done it before, because by the time you get pumpkin pie, it's already the spring beers coming out. So that is why.
That is why. That's why.
Here's by July, and then
Yeah.
And actually,
pumpkin.
Sudden it's the spring beers coming out.
Lagers, Pilsner, Stout, Schwarzbier, Mersons all day, sons. What's up, the Suns in the Buffalo area? Everybody got the Buffalo got Suns.
That's right.
Everybody in Buffalo says Suns.
Chris always says all the time too. Off the 10th, he always says that in his videos. And now also is Suns.
Yeah, I think he says that from Joe there as well.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's totally why. Yeah.
Well, he's right there, really. I mean, he's right across the border from Buffalo, so. Colorado trying to hang on. It's 31-26 with 2:19 left, so. North Dakota State, they're FCS, but they are the number 2 FCS team out there, and they're pretty solid usually.
2 FCS. 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 2 FCS.
But this one right here, Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest Fest beer, definitely say pick it up if you see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one. I've never had that one.
Pretty solid.
I like Sierra Nevada anyway, so
Yeah. And then having a Knob Creek maple on the back end, smoked maple, yeah. I said that a smoked maple with a Roush beer. Get the smoke going all kinds of ways.
smoke will smoke.
All the smoke, right? Yeah.
So what's the score? What's going on? Still the same? Who's got the ball?
Yes. Colorado is 31-26. So, like, they're in a 2-minute warning now, which is interesting because college now has a 2-minute warning. So,
I know.
that wasn't the first year for that.
Yeah.
I have some, Todd. I'll share. What do you have there, Aaron?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I forgot what it was now.
JT says Colorado won a game since. Like, yeah, I mean, they kind of came out with the fanfare with Dion and stuff being there and stuff, but then it was kind of like, all right, now you're not like Jackson State anymore. Here's how we actually play here. And then it kind of went downhill. So yeah.
Like,
But North Dakota State's a big measuring stick for them to see. But yeah, they're Big 12 now. So I don't know if West Virginia plays them this year. Now I'll have to check the schedule. But because Big 12 won't play everybody because there's like 16 teams. But we play Penn State Saturday. Hey, if you guys are fans of the Pat McAfee show, make sure to try to tune in tomorrow because there'll be a Motown, there'll be a Morgantown, and you know Pat McAfee's gonna get a little wild being back on campus. So
he's crazy.
yeah. Did you see him in Dublin for the Florida State game against Georgia Tech? Oh, he must have done like 7 or 8 pints during the broadcast. He was like getting shit-faced. By the time it was over, he had his shirt off. He's at the bar pouring beers. It was crazy. He's got some good clause in his contract where he can get crazy and like nobody else at ESPN can do the stuff that he's actually doing for sure.
Did he have the cutoff shirt on or
Yeah.
the tank top on?
Yeah, well, yeah. And by the time it was over, he had no shirt on. He was just there,
Oh,
and
sure.
then yeah. And they had Sheamus come over from the WWE because he was going back. He's Irish, so he was going back to Ireland. So he was there with them, and they were all just like getting hammered. AJ Hawk's pounding beers on the show, and the other guys are pounding on the podcast. And it's just like,
I'll have to go back and try to listen to it.
I'm like, what kind of contract does Pat have? Because he's able to do all kinds of shit nobody else could actually do. So, yeah. And then when they had the game Saturday, they had the announcers at the game. And then one of the guys like, there's no way I'm not coming to Dublin. I'm not doing a Guinness. He's picking a Guinness during the broadcast. Like, how are you guys doing this now? I thought you couldn't drink on, but more power to you. I'm all about it. If you can get a beer in, get a beer in.
Yeah, I'm actually
Sierra Nevada. He has the Sierra Nevada. He said he would share.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, the pumpkin or the Oktoberfest here in Nevada.
The Oktoberfest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 6 or the 12s I know around, of course, the case. So yeah.
I will try it for sure. Yeah, I'm actually going to Bloomington Saturday to watch IU.
It's Saturday. Who are they playing Saturday?
It's Western Illinois or somebody. It's
Okay.
Yeah, just a small whatever. Shouldn't be anybody they should have to worry about. But
it would have been good if I could have went back to Morgantown this weekend for the Penn State game, but
oh, for sure, yeah.
That would have been. I know it's going to be kind of crazy for Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I want to try to get back maybe for homecoming or something if I can. It's only like 4 hours that.
I was saying now, so go back to Yellowstone grounds.
Yeah, and I still got friends up there that have been asking me to come back and stuff too. So it'd be kind of cool to get back and see them and take in the game. So I shall see. But I think at this point we'll probably go ahead and get wrapped up. I don't know if Shannon disappear there. So
I'm loving all my puppies over here that felt like
she's giving the other dogs love right now.
She's giving the other dogs love.
That's how she is. She's trying to balance out the world, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and get signed off here. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Tomorrow night, 8:00 Eastern, I will have Shane's Craft Beer as my guest for the spotlight.
I went
And
to watch
again, yeah, and then Sunday at 3 Eastern, I will have Gerben, who's a Dutch beer geek, as my guest for that one. So we'll be international this weekend for the spotlight and getting other ones lined up. Stay tuned because at some point,
all across the world.
What Your Beer will launch whenever Shannon gets off her tuchus and gets it done.
I'll hear to you.
So stay tuned for that. But all being said, thank you all for hanging in. If we don't chat, if you don't make it, hopefully you guys have a great Labor Day weekend. But hopefully, if you got some time, you'll swing by tomorrow or on Sunday as well. That being said, we'll go ahead and get signed off, and we will look forward to catching up with you guys next time.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.